Welcome to Buff Brain Sportscast, everybody. We are back for Season 2, Episode 6, Game 5, Week 5?
Week 5.
Okay,
In the
Week
books
5.
almost.
All right, here we go.
Monday Night Football.
For those of you new, check us out on bigbrainuniversity.com if you want to know more about us. I'll save myself the intros and long-winded explanation of who we are and why we're here. Tonight we have Green Bay
Packer
and the Raiders.
Heads
Green Bay and the Raiders. All right.
in Vegas.
So one thing, first of all, about this game is I'm taking Green Bay by their little spread thingy and taking the under. Is that what you're feeling too, Kev?
You know, the Packers are going in the Raiders. Packers are 2-2. Raiders are 1-3, lost 3 in a row. Over/under is 45. The Raiders are -2 at home. I don't see any home field advantage. That's the spread. You're going with the under 45 with the Packers. I don't know. I like my Thursday night. I came off a Discord win. I'll get into that. But for this game in particular, these Monday night games are spooky, man. Like I said, it's so tough. But you last week you went 3-0. I mean, we had the Seahawks and the Giants.
And 4 on the season.
You hit the under 47, and then you won with the Seahawks and -2 you won with. You are on a 75% year record so far on Monday Night Football.
That's how I should have probably introed this.
15 wins, 4 losses, 2 ties.
Home of the highest
2
winning percentage.
ties. 75%
in all of sports
going
betting.
into Monday Night Football. So with that being said, all streaks come to an end, unfortunately. To hit trifecta after trifecta after trifecta.
It's impossible.
If you get 2
There's
out
no
of 3,
way.
that's going to be shocking. But I am going to go with the over. I think this is 2 and 2, 1-3 coming together. There's no home field advantage. Packers, they probably average 28, 30 points a game. If I had to go look at their 2 wins.
I know, they do.
But their 2 losses their 2 wins that they had, they barely won. They won by a point against it was the Giants or the Saints. But with that being said, I'm going to go with a high-scoring affair. Maybe not too high, but over the 45 total. And I'm going to stay away from the game. The side. I don't like to get. If I'm going to do an over/under, I'm going to take. I'm going to go with the over because I don't know, man. I hate low scoring. I hate low-scoring games, but I also don't mind if my team is involved, and then I need 17-10 type of score. So.
No.
With that being said, hopefully you hit this trifecta. Game kicks off in about 2 minutes. So on Discord, I put out a free pick Saturday evening, and I went with the Jaguars. They were getting 5.5 on the road. Both were on the road. The Bills, they were both playing in England. The game started at 8:30 on a Sunday morning. The game was over before the noon games even started. So I'm thinking, okay, I got to wait until after the noonish time. I thought it was a noon game. It was our first game on the board. I didn't know that it was in England. And then sure as ever, I put that pick out, hit that. The Jaguars won 25-20. And that puts me at a 3-win, 2-loss on Discord. 60%. You got to have your ups and downs, but I'm going to get back on that. I'm going to get back on I'm going to figure out the algorithms and the statistics and all that mumbo jumbo, and I'm going to stick with the plan, and it's going to work, and here we are. So go on Discord Saturdays. The pick will be out by 5:30 Central, and that's that.
Yep, free pick on Discord. Pretty sure you can find that link in the description most anywhere. It shouldn't be too tough to find anything. I think the website's updated with most stuff now. So.
Gamble responsibly. Sports betting is the toughest thing when it comes to gambling because you got to put your mind to it. It ain't blackjack. It's poker and sports betting are very, 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 very tough to put them all together and what you bet 10 games, good luck. It's tough to pick 3.
You know,
It's tough to pick 1. For me to pick 1 winner a week is tough. That's a lot of research. I don't know fantasy stuff, statistics as far as that, but there's a lot of things that go into this. But you know what it comes down to in the end? It all comes down to the last 2 minutes of the game and how many flags need to be thrown.
yeah.
That's all it is. And then Minnesota just was playing it with Kansas City in Minnesota. I didn't see one Taylor Swift report. I heard there might be an appearance by her, but
Okay.
I don't know what happened with that. It wasn't even on my radar, but here we are. Look at how everything changed. Nobody talking about it. She ain't even, I told you she gonna disappear until Christmas.
Right.
She is gone.
Thanksgiving, little holiday, you know, she'll make some what do you say, tasteful.
She'll make a Christmas appearance.
She'll make
Thanksgiving
appearances.
on doing
Tasteful
something.
appearances.
She'll make in one of the parades. I mean, obviously, as
Right.
highlighted as she is, she can disappear if she goes disappearing for more than, I don't know, without doing something for 2 days, the Swifties are on fucking, she's gone.
She is a
like
Swift
she has to do something. Or
operator.
But NFL said, Swift, you're bigger than us. You know why? Because this Raiders game played tonight, it ain't sold out. There's no fucking way. You know what would be sold out? And the tickets would be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000, 3,000. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So like I said, people said, the NFL, she ain't bigger than NFL. I'm like,
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's why she turned down the halftime show because they couldn't afford her.
2 weeks was enough of that.
She's like, you'll be lucky to see me there with Travis.
Football fans wanted to see her, not her. You know, they're tired.
Nope.
They said, okay, kids are pissed. Dad, she wasn't at the game. Oh, I can't bet on it. Well, fuck you. Good luck.
So
Eddie, here we are.
Small, not much of a segue, but to describe a little bit more about how hard it is to bet on these games. So, did you ever watch? I found myself a little bit bored this weekend, right? And I had some extra time. There wasn't a whole lot to watch. I'd caught up on all the new movies that I wanted to watch. It looked interesting. So I was moving on to other things, right? Going out on a whim, you know, going into adventure mode, you might say. So what do I find? WWE 2023 SummerSlam.
Oh, by The Rock. The Rock.
Like, doesn't SummerSlam only happen like once every 7 years or something like this? I don't even know. But I'm like, okay, sign me up, tuning in.
Yeah.
I ended up watching like 2 hours. It held my attention for a couple hours. Now, not held my attention, but held my attention to where it was like, okay, this is on in the background and it isn't significantly annoying me. What was super interesting, though, is first person is Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah, the caster.
You knew that Logan Paul was in the WWE?
He was a UFC fight, too.
Then he was like a boxer for a little bit,
he boxed in the UFC, and then now he's in. That's how the syndicate goes. But yeah, he is one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I did not know that he had ventured into the WWE. So this was new to me. And that part of it was fairly entertaining. And what I will say about the guy is, for a WWE match, from what I remember watching, like his match from the 2 hours as well, and from what I remember in my past, like his match was highly athletic. They were doing some crazy shit. Oh, yeah. I was like, all right, so Logan Paul there's some athleticism there. Anyway, how I felt when I was watching those fights, thinking about like if I was a Logan Paul fan or whoever he's fighting or he's against, how would I feel during this match? Just like, and then I'll just go ahead and spoil it for everybody. Like at the end, Logan Paul, like somebody comes up and hands him brass knuckles, and the referee's not looking, so he clocks a guy, and like, and he's just winning, and it's like, you're right.
The crowd's like, pissed. Everybody's mad or happy.
I was like, I thought of this sportscast, and I was like, dude, I feel like I'm watching an NFL football game right now. Like it is. The emotional whiplash that they give you is the same fucking thing. It's the same exact thing. Oh, this guy does a reversal. Oh, nope, there's a fumble. Like,
But the
not
thing
that
is,
all those things are scripted, obviously, but
it's drug out over an hour plus time span that you only pick up on bits and pieces in the highlights.
exactly.
You all be like, yep, there's that flag. Whoop, and
Exactly.
it's like, same thing with WWE. They have like a 20-minute script or maybe whatever. But this is
Their
a
character
whole,
base and like every wrestler is a team.
just upon, and then they go over to the others, just like these players. They get traded to other teams. The fan base is pissed, but then they have to go. Now they're the Jets fans.
Yeah.
Now they're this. It's so different.
It's the same
Entertainment,
psychological manipulation.
Entertainment,
Yeah.
and you know what? That business is bigger than the NFL.
Yeah.
WWE is every night of the week somewhere.
Flags already. There we
Flags
go.
thrown. Yep, hey, I always say on the podcast, will there be a flag thrown in the first 2 minutes of the game?
Looks like
It
we
was
got
at 2
one.
minutes and 5
minutes
seconds.
and 5 seconds.
So
yeah.
I would have lost that. But hey, maybe that's suspect already. But yeah, WWE makes you think of football. It makes total sense.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
A lot of sports same way. It's,
And that was even if anybody new has listened to just this season, the way that I've been getting my picks has been rather unconventional. The fact that 15-4-2, and last year was 50-10, roughly 60-10 if you consider preseason, but that's neither here nor there. On that note, since I'm not really on any sort of note, I'll segue a little bit. I want to know who out there has like the highest betting record. Like what's the guy? Who's the guy or gal that comes in and they're like, I fucking hit 90% of my bets this year. Like, it's got to be somebody. Like, does somebody at Barstool, or are they like, dude, my average is 70%. My average is like high 60s. Because averaging anything above 60%, Kevin, has got to be fucking hard.
Oh, and anybody that does it, that doesn't have a proven track record, you can say every fucking thing you want. I could come on here and be like, yeah, I went fucking 8-0 this weekend. Bullshit.
Yeah,
but that would be
right.
unheard. That would be misleading, and obviously there is probably somebody out there that
did go 8-0.
Now I'm not talking 2 games. I'm not talking 4. I'm talking somebody that went 6, 7 out of 17 weeks, picking 1 game a week, or
Right.
like you, 3 games.
Right.
Is anybody picking 5 to 10 games?
Right.
I don't know.
Try to
that would
pick
be
the most difficult
well,
pick.
It would be first of all, like you said, just sports bet picking anything basically heads and tails is if you look at it in the end, it's a heads or tails. You got to win or a loss or you tie. That's just but that's irrelevant most of the times. But unfortunately, it happened to you twice. You got out on the push.
Yeah.
I would be curious too if anybody knows. Let me know. I'd love to chat with them. Hey, what do you do? Do you have the statistics analysis? Do you have the playbook? Do you have the script? Because it is very,
what's your process?
very tough to win at sports betting long time. For entertainment, you could do it. I mean, have some fun with it, but there's got to be somebody. I don't know. What do you think as far as...
I don't know. I haven't really looked. It can't be that hard to find, but it's like, wouldn't you think that with how those places are and how competitive they are just internally and as people, since they're betting on sports in the first place, that their betting records would be something that's kind of like, hey, who's got the trophy this year?
Yeah, who's got the best...
Like, wouldn't Portnoy be giving out bonuses for who made him the most fucking money?
I know a lot of those guys are into the sports betting, but I don't know how well... I don't really know how well they do.
Or are they level up where they're in on the riggediness?
Yeah, like are they on the side where they can't say the winner?
And they're
Cover
maybe
it up.
their
It's like
public
inside-
bets are
you know
just
what
for
it-
the
you
public.
You know what it
eye.
is like? Exactly.
Just
It's
for
like
optics.
insider trading in the market. If you know the inside information, are you going to leak it out to the world?
Right? No.
If I knew the
you're
inside
gonna put the opposite
information
out
and
or
I knew,
something.
would I come out and be like, "Yep"? But I'm telling you, it's shit is rigged, it's fixed, it's corrupt, and it's about who's on what side and what and this and that. Now I know the Barstool guys. They have a lot of connections with these NFL players. They probably have majority of the or their agents on speed dial. Hey, we need to get them on. We need to interview.
Right.
They might know inside
Podcast.
information. They might have known information that they're like, you know what? The guy goes, you know what? I just ain't going to do good on. I ain't going to rush for many yards, off the camera. And they find out that the over under is like 75 over under rushing yards, and they just pound the under, and the guy fucking went out after the first quarter. I don't know, but that's the inside information that somebody would have to either keep quiet or only so many people know. But if you got somebody that's hit 90%, either they got some inside information, or they're making it up,
Jeez.
or they're just very
Or they're
lucky.
getting damn lucky.
I don't know, but I'd be curious. That's something that we have to find the bottom of. We got to figure out who's out there. Who's out there that's just. There's people that flash that they're making money, but I don't know to what effectiveness that entails. Did they hit one play for 5,000? Did they hit a parlay for fucking 28,000? I don't know. And how valid was it? It's tough to hit one. Some people come out and they hit a 10-team parlay. I'm like, that's fucked.
Ooh.
Like, you know how tough that's like. That's why it pays like 1,000 to 1 odds, and you put $1 down, you win 1,000 if you put a parlay together.
That sounds like
just
it has to happen
tough.
because the statistical anomaly has to occur. So it's just like, well, Murphy's Law just forced its way in again just by what?
But the thing is, with all
that's
this,
amazing to think about.
All these players, they are the professional blue chip stars, actors, athletes, commercialized.
It's like as you're saying this, Marshawn Lynch is now in a commercial.
They're all these, and they're all part of this. Like, we always been talking about it. And people say, "Kev, you felt crazy." I'm like, yes, it's been like this now. It's now coming out. It's right in our front of our eyes. Everybody sees that this shit is fucking the way it is, and we just reset every week. And then the fucking summer comes, baseball, and then we reset and start all over next year into this big script. And I wish I knew it. I wish I had it. But what would I do with it? At what point wouldn't it be fun anymore? And seriously,
Once
how
you
much
had
money
it.
can you bet and get away with knowing you'd have to like small ball it? I walk into a sports book and I fucking have 100,000 in cash. First of all, they're going to be like, yeah, like we got to know what's going on. If you ain't Floyd Mayweather, who the fuck are you? Now they want to know answers.
Right.
Who do you? Now that's where like you talked last time about the whole scandal with the college sports that went down. It's the same thing, but now it's keeping everybody quiet.
Like,
Everybody's getting paid up front.
I work for Mr. Beast. Don't worry about it.
Yes, all that. So shout out to anybody that's hitting over 70%. I'd be amazed. You know what you need to hit? You need to hit 53.5% to break even in sports. You pick one, you lose one, you got to pay a vig. So you're already in the hole. But you are at a 75% rate this year. That's, 21 games total so far this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I'd be curious if anybody else is hitting that same rate. I don't know. Let us know.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Let us know. Just picking one game is tough enough. But there's got to be somebody out there doing it for making.
Well, it's not impossible. The
selling
Buff Brain
information.
Sportscast is.
A lot of casters, a lot of sports influencers out there, a lot of sports talk.
It wouldn't surprise me if we were the top dog, Kev. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Because people can fucking type any numbers, but if they got to back it up, then what the fuck's the point? Like, where's your credibility? First of all,
Right.
You're going to ruin credibility by saying you hit an 80%, and all of a sudden, now you're going to start you're going to be fucking in the gutter. You have to create the credibility to back up these stats.
Right.
Because if we went without doing any credibility, and you hit at 75, it'd be like there's no way that nobody does that. Well, bullshit.
Right.
But without that, you don't have to put the credibility up, because I could lose 3 in a row and people are going to be like, well, fuck, he's on it. Well, of course, everybody going to dip into some sort of little, unless you got the script, But I use statistical analysis, background, algorithms, background of what happened in the last, just stats that I put together, and I come up with what I think the line should be. And that's kind of how I dictate my pick. But for me to pick those 2 games that were in England, I don't know, man. That was a little scary.
Yeah, he said he didn't actually know that game was in England. So the fact that they still hit, I don't know, hey, that was the right pick to make, is what that said.
Yeah, and plus the Bills, man. I was fucking
Regardless.
nervous. I'm like, is Josh
I would
Allen
have been
gonna?
a little bit nervous
And then I
too.
found out they're in England. I'm like, God, that's suspect.
Good thing you picked the way the script wanted to go,
Yes,
because
I'm
then it
England.
didn't matter that they were tired, you know.
Yeah, they didn't. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't think a lot of people were watching unless they were a fan of the Bills or the. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they had the pit. Maybe they were betting on it. and They just had to watch the game. But you had to have the NFL Network for that. You couldn't watch. You couldn't find it on. You had to watch. You had to like. Can't find it on that.
Yeah, you would have had to have all the channels. Had to
And
have
that's
all the stuff.
die-hard football.
The biggest
fanatics.
satellite dish in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, the biggest.
The biggest.
So 2-2 versus 1-3. There they are. Game going halfway in, 0-0. How about that?
I'm liking it so far. Not too bad. Not a lot of game. Just a lot of like. So far, it was just a lot of sideline footage, it seemed.
Yes, that's a foot. They got to get all the footage in there.
It also looks like the NFL is going with this same style. Did you see their hoodies and that kind of multicolored rainbow sort of thing?
Yeah.
Remember with Seattle, we were like,
Yeah.
hey, that looks kind of cool. Well, now I see they're all doing it, and so now
Yeah, they
it
are.
doesn't
There's
look,
some trend that they got going on.
yeah, it doesn't look cool anymore.
The
Once they all start doing it, guys, it's lost its luster.
boy, the Niners sharp. Those uniforms
Oh.
look sharp at home. Man, the Cowboys.
I
came,
saw they
the Cowboys.
spanked the Cowboys.
Oh, they beat the not the dying shit out of the Cowboys, the living.
Yeah.
They beat them. There was, besides the flags, obviously, Tony Romo, I counted like 4. Like he had thrown like 4 interceptions in like, I don't know, I think it was 3 minutes or something. It was bad. And the 2 of them were touchdowns, and then, but their uniforms look sharp. The Niners are looking, bro. I
They
don't
got
know
some
what to
Super
think.
Bowl looking uniforms this
They
year, huh?
looking good. Something gonna happen with them. I don't. But they're undefeated. The Eagles are undefeated. They're the only 2 teams that left that haven't lost, and the Carolina Panthers are the only team that's 0-5.
Really?
Yep.
Who
5
they
in a
play?
row.
Oh,
Carolina just kind of got dropped
sure,
out of the picture. I don't even know if they're even a televised game this year. I think they just had that on the radar that they weren't going to win a game. So we're not even going to put them in a Thanksgiving game. We're going to throw them at the bottom of the barrel. We ain't going to give them nothing.
There's no Thanksgiving in Carolina this year, y'all.
Nothing.
You're gonna have
Like,
to go to a
college
different state
football,
to
the only
celebrate.
thing. But then you got the other about the New York. That state is like I said, their baseball's done. Who would ever thought the Yankees and the Red Sox wouldn't be in the playoffs? Twins are still in it. Just little things like that. With sports, it's like this October is one fine time to be sports going on.
They like to get us hooked in October too. That's for sure. So weather's nice outside, so they don't want us outside that much. They, indoors, watch sports.
Yep.
I can see it too. You can once football started again, Saturdays and Sundays in town, they're just not as many people out.
No.
Bike trails are a little less, considerably less busy.
Kids are back in school.
Kids are back in school too. Yeah. It's I don't know if other people notice it, but it's so weird. I was sitting at the park the other day. They have all those fucking soccer fields there. And I'm watching these guys do all this constant fucking maintenance on these soccer fields. I'm just like, it's got to cost.
Oh, yeah.
Like so much money just for these soccer fields to be here, and they get used 2 days out of the week.
We got football field. one day out of the week.
And even on those days, it's not even the full day. It's like there's just so much space there, like not being used and costing so much money.
It's a lot of area, that's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of, and God, the fuck, they got to pay people so much money now to do that shit.
Or they have like
the
robots
fuck-
and stuff
they
doing
got-
it. Dude. I was like, the amount of money that they've spent on this is just absolutely insane.
Golf courses are especially like that too. That's fucking a whole nother level. But yeah,
So far, we're seeing kind of the same thing as we've seen in the last Monday night games. Is this? There's stuff happening to make both. Hey, there are a lot of Cheesehead fans in the stands. You were right about that.
I said be more
Well,
Great
we were
Bay
right
fans
about
than
that.
Dude, the Raiders, they can't get the people to sit in the stands. Look at how empty that is, bro. I bet this stadium seats. I don't know, 80,000. We'll say 80. That's maybe low, maybe high. I don't know. I bet this is not even cool. Not even. I'll look at the attendance after the games. Give you
Yeah.
tell you next week.
I wish they would show the seats. Like, let's see how many are actually full, because I don't think there are very many full.
If I'm on vacation in Vegas, I'm going to have this planned in my schedule. I'm not going to be like, hey, let's go see the Raiders tonight. We're all fucking broken. We ain't got no money. We lost it all in blackjack. No, we lost it all sports betting. We won in blackjack. You can win it, and you can fucking win at a game that you have no control over. But you can also lose your ass in a game you have no control over. This is my fucking sports. It's addicting. It's worse than slot machines. Even watching it is worse than slot machines. I was telling someone the other day, I'm like, it so sucks you in. And if it's not there, we're like, we don't know what to do. It's just like there's no, like when COVID happened, no fucking sports were going on. I don't even remember. I think it all just
People, a whole bunch of people bought campers, and then they're sold them.
Left. We
Yeah.
left and gotten out in the middle of.
They realized, fuck
away
that
from
camping and being
civilization.
outdoors idea. I hate people anyway.
So yeah, this stadium. But if this was the Chiefs and Taylor, oh my God, that would have been a sold out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, why would if you can't?
Swift day.
Swifties in Vegas, they got I think that the generation, most of them are under gambling age for going to casino, but I'm sure as shit they're getting on the apps. Dad's fucking DraftKings app. I'm gonna bet on Kelsey's over fucking touchdowns.
Right.
Taylor said go Kelsey, so do you know how disappointing that would be?
I've got Taylor Swift on my fantasy team, just as a possibility.
the Swifties.
Might be running a punt return. You never know.
Yep. That's what that thing.
First woman to play football.
The difference between the Chiefs on a big game like this is about, I don't know, $25 million more bet when the Chiefs are involved. And that's how the numbers were. That fucking Sunday night game, bro, what a fucking mess.
I don't know. Something's going on, man. Why are they bringing Taylor Swift in? It's just, every time we talk about this, there's like something unanswered in my brain where it's like, why are they doing this? There's got to
Spread
be
it to make the younger generation to go global. But honestly, if you took Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift and you went over to any overseas country, they gonna recognize Taylor before this whatever his name is, the Kelce guy. Whatever.
Travis.
Well, yes, Travis. That's Travis and Taylor. That's how it. Traveler. Taylor and Travis. Travis. Whatever, but
Jarvis.
something going on to expand. I don't know. But it is a topic that is in the sports world.
Yeah, they're reinforcing, trying to get people funneled back into the same cycle to like refuel it. They lost a lot of people from the wokeism. Maybe
lost a
that's
lot
the
of
only
people
thing. It just
from a
seems
lot
like,
of things.
why did they need Taylor Swift to do that?
Yeah.
Like,
Somebody had it figured out, though.
that just seems like they're playing with dynamite right there. How do they transition her out?
You have him break up with her. And then he would be killed by the Swifties. Because they're like the 300 army.
Yeah,
they're
see,
coming
like-
at you with fucking You're
See,
dead.
like, then what happens to the Taylor Swiftie? Like, I don't think they want to leave a sour taste in their mouth about the NFL, right? Because then what are they going to do? Where are they going to go? Like, was she going to date a hockey player or fucking baseball? Like you said,
It ain't
there's
gonna happen. No other sport. No, not NBA.
no,
Not
nothing.
only golf would have, but that's not even.
Maybe
That's not even.
pickleball.
She wouldn't have done that to make a public thing. It's something with the NFL. It all started last Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It
Like
all started. I said just Taylor Swift.
It's just
Bam.
not going to happen. So, oh gosh, I guess we'll see. I just don't know. But
The way it looks right now, the Niners versus the Chiefs, man, what a fucking Super Bowl that would be.
Yep,
In
that's the
Vegas.
one.
In Vegas.
In Vegas, come on.
You have
You
fun.
can't have better teams there than that for that venue. You just can't.
The
Not with Taylor Swift in the league now. Like, she's playing for the Chiefs. You can't have her there for any other fucking team.
The only other thing that could actually make this even, like I said last cast, her being pregnant, him proposing, something like that, whether it's true or not.
Well,
irrelevant.
that's probably something like
Or-
after they win
or-
this Super Bowl.
Or they do this one. Chiefs are undefeated. Eagles are undefeated. Motherfucking Kelsey brothers in the Super Bowl again. It all starts. Now we got the family. They got this whole storyline for. They could blow this into any fucking storyline they want.
Now it's
But
like,
that would be the ultimate, like, if that happened, they couldn't write the script any fucking better.
See, I like
because
how
there's
it's a-
no drama in it. It's almost like it has to mirror image a perfect marriage.
It's
the
this
Chiefs and
bloodline,
the fucking Niners, undefeated,
mob line,
first
like,
time in Super Bowl history.
family
Brothers playing
ties,
each other. Taylor
warring.
Swift's pregnant.
It's
oh
like-
my God, who's the father? Like, we don't
it's
know.
like Romeo and Juliet almost all fucking over again.
and then it all.
The Montagues versus the Capulets.
But then you gotta think, how long can she be in the picture before it gets too?
right.
See, they got rid of her. We ain't seen her, and she gone. I told you, she going on. She gonna be back in Thanksgiving, like that whole thing. But how much can they put out there to make us whatever they're doing? It's working. But there's got to be an end to something. That can't be that's just going to be a one little hit wonder dynasty thing that you'll never see in NFL again. There's nobody else that could even come close at this era.
Yeah. With where we are, there's. Gosh.
She used to be so hated too.
Somebody kind of paying
Just
attention to the narrative could
hated.
have seen this coming a long time ago because there's no other fit for it.
No. I mean,
Hockey,
with
fighting,
Taylor and how many
fighting.
ex-boyfriends that are celebs, I mean, they're all it's just strange.
Like, how many songs is Travis Kelce going to be in after this thing? Like
Taylor and Cass gonna keep creating sad music.
We
as a
got
Swiftie.
points on the
Unless
board, everybody.
The only thing would be is Taylor
go
writes her
Green Bay.
last album and it's happy and there's no more sadness and she retires and that's it, because she got to keep creating more sad music because that's the only thing that she's good for.
Right.
Her sad, and the Swifties love this. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
If it's not a fairy tale happy ending,
drip fed drama, baby.
like, and after that, there's no other way she can go up. Who's she gonna date after that? That's gonna make nobody. Like, this is her ending piece in some chapter that she met whoever, and it all worked itself out. And then afterwards, it's like, okay, fuck it, now what? What, Taylor's fucking having her baby on the fucking whatever, and then it'll just be some sort of something. Travis Elman, now they got a documentary on fucking popular singing. It's gonna be some of this. Something way bigger that I can't imagine it being any bigger, and that's my storyline. I think it's going to ultimately happen. Something like that. There's no other way around it.
Wait. I got it. So they end up getting married, having 3+ kids. They end up doing a reality television series called The Swifties because he's one of those modern men and takes her last name, right? So now he's Kelsey Swift.
It's gonna be something.
But then they can have life with the Swifties. That's one possible scenario we could see come out of this, because then the fairy tale dream type thing comes true.
So I don't know. The NFL's feeding off of this in one way or another, especially with the Super Bowl in Vegas coming up. That's fucking. They got something probably planned. Like going. I don't know, man. I'm interested to see that fucking. We're like chapter 2 in the NFL this season. We got more. Well, actually, that started when Taylor came along. So, the NFL is 22 weeks long or whatever with Super Bowl. Yeah, we're like chapter 2 in this fucking NFL playbook.
Connor Bedard from that Canadian hockey player went to the Blackhawks, huh? Backed up Tom Brady now, huh? Interesting.
Hockey starts this week.
Oh, that starts this week. Okay, so that's why.
I'm excited. It starts tomorrow, actually.
Are these...
This is preseason.
Oh, okay.
They don't fuck around, bro. They play all the way up to fucking the next game. It starts tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm excited for hockey, man. It's 82 games long, whatever. It just seems like it's not like baseball. Baseball just drags out forever. Baseball's 10 months long.
When does hockey finish up?
About the same time the NBA playoffs. So
April?
And into May, like Stanley Cup. Dude, the playoffs are like 50 games long.
Okay.
It's 7-game series. They don't fuck. They're fucking grinding. They ain't like the NBA. NBA,
Jeez.
their playoff system's just as long too. They're like 45 fucking games. And now they keep extending how many teams they're allowing in these playoffs. Like half the league's getting in the playoffs anymore with these,
They just keep making them bigger.
Yeah.
They just make the whole damn season the playoffs, and
So I'm excited. Hockey's back. I can't name a player. I just like the action. I like how, they push up against a wall that's unforgiving and they take shots, and it's like UFC on skates, but you can't beat the fuck out of them with the stick. That's the thing you can't use in a fight is a stick. That's like banned for punishment. Just like you can take a bat in baseball and fucking beat but you're gonna get suspended. Hockey, they'll give you like a warning. Next time, don't use the stick, because they don't fight like that. They fight with fucking on their skates and throwing punches. I don't know how effective that is, but it's incorporated, and it's the only sport that you can have fighting and can't get away with it. And it's only, I'll give them 30 seconds.
what's the order of the fighting? It's stick, gloves, helmet, shirt?
Something, yeah.
Something
I don't
like
think
that.
you can headbutt each other. Like, you gotta, it's just part of that. People want to go to a hockey game to see fight.
Like, first you drop your sticks, then you drop the gloves, and then if you can get their helmet off, and then you okay, yeah.
While standing on ice.
Well, yeah,
Without
that
falling
part
the
of
fuck
it.
down.
Holy crap,
And them goalies, jeez, man, they're getting bigger and bigger every year.
dude! The high speeds that they can just turn around and go backwards and shit, like, and stop and switch directions on skates, dude. It's so much harder than people think.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, sure, you do get used to it and it becomes second nature to you, but still, I mean, try learning it. Like the athleticism and conditioning that it takes. That was one thing I was going to mention, man. I started going to the gym again, and it's like, you can't really just go and start ripping. Like, I'm going to grind out till failure on all these sets. I'm going to go pro 90X. It's like, you should probably go for like a half an hour. Like, warm up, do some exercises, and then be done. Instead of trying to go all out, because your body has to get like in shape to get in shape. Like, you need to do those motions, more than just showing up a few times and start ripping into it. Like, you need to kind of train your body to actually do those things. There's a lot of little micro muscles and stuff anyway. So I can imagine playing hockey.
And some of these hockey players are as big as NFL linebackers on skates. That's how scary it is.
That's a whole physique change for some people.
Not like NBA players, not fucking football players.
Dude, in their center...
Yeah, you can probably play football.
Probably. These guys can probably move some of those linemen. because they have so much power from the ground up.
Absolutely. I couldn't fathom having that, man.
Like, yeah, you don't want to get into a scrap with a hockey player, dude, because
fighter
their
and a
ground
fucking
game
hockey
is going to
player
be
are
so
probably-
strong.
I don't know, UFC fighter might have struggled with hockey player.
Yeah.
One guy used to take fucking shots in the fucking face on the
Well, they're just
ice.
the thing with like a street fight is like, okay, somebody who can throw fists quickly or big heavy haymakers might have a little bit of an advantage, but really where the advantage comes down to is like the guy who has more strength in his lower body, because generally like a bar fight or street fight is going to be kind of a bump and shove, grind and tussle. You're not going to be standing across from each other like in a boxing match. You know, if one guy starts getting hits in, the other one's going to charge in, and then it becomes like a wrestling match. So the guy who has, you know, big muscles on top, but he doesn't have any, can't skate, the guy who can skate's just going to dominate him on the ground.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, dude, it would be like a wrestler just fucking up a boxer because the boxer doesn't know how to wrestle at all. I think that's why they say, you know, UFC and people who incorporate jiu-jitsu are really the superior fighters, because you're
I don't know. I think Floyd Mayweather gonna beat everybody's ass.
maybe.
It don't matter who you are. He's one of you. But you're right. UFC fighters, man.
Just that training,
Imagine
like,
being
yeah.
that asshole in a bar. UFC's in town. Fighters are out at the bar. That fucking one asshole fucking just.
He's at 2-3
Not
over
only
his
does
limit,
the
right?
UFC fighter got fucking guys that'll kill you, the UFC fighter can't legally fucking basically touch you without giving you a warning.
Right, right.
But good luck getting through the security guard to this guy. But that's the thing.
These
Those fucking
security
guys are
guards.
lethal weapons.
Yeah, yeah. Indeed, yeah. They would lose their fighting license. Well, I think Conor McGregor got away with that, but who knows if that shit was even true? Like, whether
That
it
was
was
Conor McGregor.
staged. Like,
That
you
guy
can't
did so much
fucking
for
believe
that fucking
anything.
business, the UFC. Man, he's such a big name still to this day.
You know who I
He'd
haven't?
get paid $1 billion to fight if he wanted to fucking name the card. He'd be like, I want $1 billion. All right.
I haven't kept up with Paddy the Baddy to see what he's been doing, but he's one of those cash cows lately that I don't know if you ever might reach Conor McGregor status, but when things like social media tend to elevate people, sometimes you don't need to be a great fighter to cash. And really, I think they're figuring that out. Like, they used to have to impress people with, like, Michael Jordan. Now they're like, I have Logan Paul.
Yeah. He did some, I think he boxed somebody. I didn't even follow that.
He
one.
boxed Floyd.
Floyd, see?
Yeah.
You think he's
I
going
mean,
to be fucking going
totally
and beat
fucking
Floyd
rigged
Mayweather?
and shit like that.
Floyd Mayweather is the cockiest mother. He can back it up, too. I love it.
Totally
He
rigged,
doesn't
but
give a fuck. I love
Yeah.
that. But, you know what? Out of all of that, you got to think, you know, for media and stuff, it's just a fucking script to make it enticing.
it's always like you say, it's
Because I really think if Floyd
entertainment.
Mayweather really wanted to fucking kill him with the boxing gloves, he probably could have.
Oh, he could have probably fucked him up pretty good.
Oh, like, we need to go down in the fucking 8th round. Bullshit. We're going down in fucking 8 seconds.
Yeah, like some guy, I don't care how like naturally gifted they are, you're not going to step into the ring with a seasoned veteran that never lost a fight at that level and think that you're going to do anything.
Well,
But
good
get
for
your
him.
ass
He gave it a
just
shot and he
handed
made
to
fucking
you.
millions on knowing that he wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
Just part of the...
But the money that they generated to do that fight, dude, shit, I'd go in there and take a fall too.
See
if
what I
was
mean?
Logan
How one
Paul.
person can be so influential on just all of it.
Well, and then what you take that WWE SummerSlam appearance and performance. What happened was he fucking cheated at the end. His buddy came down and he cheated to win. It's just like the whole thing. It's like he's playing his whole script out, the same thing every time. Even his little NFT scandal that they say was a scam and he scammed everybody out of all this money. It was like, yeah, they did. You dummies bought it. Mm-hmm. And they're going to get away with it too because They knew that it was a fucking scam to begin with, and that they were gonna set it up on YouTube to be like, oh look, we exposed this scam, and then he was gonna apologize, and they just run you through the fucking ringer. And look, now you still love him because he's on WWE making a shitload of money, and they made sure during the broadcast, during the performance, that it was like, oh, 23 million YouTube subscribers. Yeah, oh my god, he's just got an army of followers. And it's like, dude, he's probably like 23,000 people that even pay attention to Jake Paul or Logan Paul anymore. Maybe that's being generous, but I certainly don't know 23 people who give a fuck what that person does.
I just know the name, and that's about the extent. But damn, I think he got into poker somehow too. Maybe celebrity poker. Or
Yeah,
something. Like,
they all.
He's a really good poker player.
They make their
I don't know if he's the
rounds.
one, but there was an influencer, one of them that. Oh gosh, I think
There was a bunch of them, man. Even the chess influencers.
I think he was like this group, and they went in and tried to play the best poker players in the world, and they were sometimes successful, but damn, it's no different.
Oh, it's a fucking poker game, right? Yeah, it's like a hit and miss match there too. Just like real poker in real life, if it was ever actually hand shuffled and all that shit, and on the up and up. Yeah, you know, it's just.
I'm almost lost my faith.
It's a matter of how the cards get dealt. That's all it is.
And not my favorite. Fucking players fucking pay the dealer to fucking get me out of the tournament in the first hour. Fuck
Probably.
you, rebuys. Nope. No more rebuys. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Well, fuck you. I gotta wait till next time. That's what I think. I get shafted with the how many fucking times can you be ahead and just same thing in football. How many times can you be ahead and then bam? It's just one of those slippery slopes, man.
You think these guys would learn with these yellow fucking gloves?
But poker's even worse because I can touch the cards and I can fucking.
You can get this such a good illusion of control that you're like, oh man, I can count the cards. I know I know what's going on. I even remember the back of that card. That's the fucking ace of spades right there. Look at that. That guy's gonna try to call me. Like, no matter how far you get down that rabbit hole, unless you got somebody on the end.
Somebody at a time. Somebody fucking telling somebody something.
Yep.
Because that's the only part about the gambling is if I lose in poker, fuck, that'll stick with me for fucking days. Next time I get that same hand, I'm gonna fucking have flashbacks from the last time I'm like, I want no fucking sixes ever.
I'm still traumatized by that one.
And I'll tell somebody the flop will come 6-6-4, and I'll be like, I folded pocket sixes. They'll be like, the fuck? There I go. Then I'm fucking scared.
Then it's all thrown off.
So, but that's the difference between sports betting. I forget about the losses, and like, because the next week it just resets itself.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about, well, he fucking, I don't have to, because poker is like it's been different people, but that's the extent. Maybe you can go to a different place and there's new players, but bro, I got this curse on this poker. It's scary. I'm like, every time I'm ahead, I'm fucking scared. And I fucking rivered. Like, it's like your adrenaline, and it's like, at what point
psych
is luck
yourself
going to
out.
fucking be on my side? How many times can I be an 80% favorite and fucking lose on how many aces are in the left in the deck?
Yeah.
Talk about a grind of a professional poker player that does it 8 days a week, 17 hours a day, online or in person. I commend them because you run out of patience and you got to have a bankroll to fucking not worry about losing.
Yeah.
Not saying that I can't handle the swings on, buying into events, but it's just like, man, I gave it my best and I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah,
and they
like
say, well,
your
you got
strategy is so perfect, and you still fucking lose. It's like, what?
That's the problem. You can play I don't know, man. It's scary, but that's the difference between poker and even online poker. Simple to get rid of the losses right away because it's like, well, fuck it. I don't remember the pocket kings that lost. You see so many hands, but the next time you're sitting at a table, you might be that person again. Motherfucker, he's got ace king, and I'm fucking gonna get fucked over with these pocket sixes, like that negativity. And then I try to think positive, and then it's scary to think about how the emotions go through the slopes.
Dude.
So the football, sports, that shit go away. Unless it's a Super Bowl again, the Chiefs and the Niners. I'm going to be like, motherfucking this fucking
hearing you
football
talk
again.
about this, it's like, why? And I'm thinking about my own life, man, and like I can relate a lot of things to the emotional roller coaster and stress that you're talking about. And where my life is at now, I have cut like almost all of that out, so I don't feel that way ever. I don't have a reason to feel that way, unless there's like a legitimate reason to feel that way.
Yeah. It's scary though.
And it's like, it's making me think about like, why are people choosing to like stress themselves out like that and go, because, okay, so for me, that level of stressing out and shit, like thinking about shit like that, it reminds me of like having a court decision, a pending court decision. Like, okay, you got arrested, you got paraphernalia for weed, and you are, or just whatever it is, like you're waiting to see, like, am I going to have to go to jail or something? Or like, is it going to be a fine? Like, just imagine that, like, kind of hanging over your head, or you're like a financial situation. People can pick fucking anything, dude. Pick anything in their life that's stressing them out, that's hanging over their head, that's like milking their energy in a way that they do not want. That's what I see these sports doing to people, and it's like basically what you're describing to me is that people are fucking addicted to it. And it's like, man, I look at my life and my internal state, and it's like I take so many steps and go out of my way so far to maintain that sense of like peace and sanctuary.
Yeah.
That I can't imagine like just like putting money on it, Kev. Putting my money and my time and all that effort and time and worry, and then reliving that every fucking week. Or like in the form of a poker game too.
Oh, absolutely. There's only one thing that can keep you from going crazy about it.
That's really, it's mind-blowing to me. So Raiders 50-yard line. I know that we haven't really talked about the game that much, but that's because there's nothing really happening in the game. Like the first half has to go by.
It's like, what are we talking? What are we gonna say?
I think the under is gonna hit. So it's like
I hear you. See, that's what I'm talking about. The whole
every
emotional
Monday we've
roller
seen
coaster of all of it. It's too much every fucking point.
This is exactly what we've seen. There's every game. We've seen the same fucking numbers.
Different colors.
It's always what have the numbers been from like 43 to 48.
See his hoodie?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
All of them.
That's what. Yeah, that's why I saw that one, and that's why I said that.
That bleach. The bleach. That's sharp. I like that.
It is sharp.
It's like a universal color for all the teams. They don't have their own colors. I don't know what they.
No, God, Kev, now you're doing. They don't have. What you just said was like gold. They don't have their own colors. They're the only team that has their own colors is Green Bay.
Yeah, and the crooked zebras. Hey, so you know what? Talking about the emotional roller coaster of like gambling for a professional, for a living. The only thing that keeps people going is you have support from your wife, your kids, whatever support system that says, okay, it's not going to affect financially. It's not going to like, okay, this and that. But shit, bro, somebody's got to fucking pay their rent and they're relying on gambling to... Dude, talk about people.
Talk about
gambling
palms,
destroy
man.
people's lives. Sports betting destroy families just because of the fact that they get so far down. There's no way I can lose 10 in a row. It all starts with one.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna now.
There's
I'm
no
double
way
it.
I could
like
go
they
4
tried
and
this
15.
double. I've seen people, just women are no better too. They fucking slot machine. But they get away with it. They get a pass because they just somehow can. It's okay because the husband's usually got money. or she's divorced and
They're
she getting
bankrolled
his
in
mo-
some
they
way,
got
yeah.
some way where he
Her-
doing his
it's
thing,
just
she
her
doing her thing.
allowance.
She don't care. But
Whatever it
ultimately, what
is.
will keep people as a professional, like all that stuff, is having a big bankroll and knowing that, you know what, fuck it, I gave it my best, but shit, at least I ain't gotta go, stress to borrow, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing. But the emotional, it's tenfold when it comes down to decision making at a poker table, and you got to rely on fucking even making the money. So should I fold pocket queens here? I'm 2 away from the money. There's those people that walk on eggshells. I get it, but fuck that, man. Fuck that. So I think gambling has to be held have to be responsible. These people are gambling. You gotta have a bankroll. You gotta have some sort of.
Yeah,
See,
gambling
there people
can't
go to
be
sleep
the
worrying about
bankroll.
that they didn't win their fantasy, and they could have won millions.
Right.
It's like a glimmer of hope, and then they fucking do it all over again.
Yeah, that's weird.
But sports, you can reset it. It's just all that other gambling.
See, I think like people don't practice self-thought and self-reflection so much on that. and
It's
really,
like we'll wait until tomorrow to see what happens. Well, fuck, we know the game you lost.
Yeah.
And now and then tomorrow it's even sometimes worse. Like, holy shit, I shouldn't have fucking bet on it's tough, man. It really is. And I've been 20 fucking, enough time to know the ups and downs and see how it destroys and how it can make people's lives absolutely, completely out of control.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. There's a problem there. I could sit here and talk about the psychology of all that, but I think we'd end up, part of it would just be a Western versus Eastern philosophy and religion type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that Buddhist and Hindu or any Eastern philosophies are any less susceptible to gambling, but I kind of think that they are, if the Eastern philosophy is practiced correctly anyway.
This gambling is becoming such advertised. All this sports betting, it's everywhere. It's more than alcohol.
When I logged in to check, I was just doing a soft search on the game, just
Packers
Monday night. I did Monday Night Football is all I did.
Yep.
And then I clicked on the game because it pulled up. It was like, okay, well, week 8, date today, that 9th, is Green Bay Packers Raiders. So I clicked on it, and it was like, Green Bay's favored this and next to this. And I'm just like, you never used to see any of this. You used to just see a paragraph, pictures.
People were going to prison for fucking sports betting or even attempting, and oh my God, it was so taboo.
And this is just in the last 3 years. They've just started piling this on.
And you know what? COVID started a lot of
post-COVID, it was like a trigger.
The trigger. And then COVID, and then here we are.
When they stripped down, right? No sports. Now they're like, oh, build back better. So now they're building this shit now, this shit chip.
But the problem with the gambling is you can gamble, but if you hit over 50%, that's in the historical odds. It's like it's telling people gamble responsibly. So we're going to put a 1-800 number. How embarrassing would I be to pick up the phone to actually call it? What are they going to do? Yeah, you got to shut your fucking account down. First of all, the psychology behind that is they do that to protect themselves, because you know what? They don't advertise that. I lose 100,000 on a credit card. I can come back and nope. We told you have a problem.
Right, call this number.
But if you don't have that, why do you think casinos advertise that? Because they're advertising
in the bathroom,
the lies in plain sight, but they don't
on the toilet paper.
Yeah, they don't. They're giving false hope and something strange.
While you're wiping your ass here, think about the fact if you have a problem gambling. Or do you have a friend that has a problem? Oh man, I've seen some of those. Those are.
But the fact that it's so advertised, it's in every household. People are betting.
Along with credit cards.
And you know what? it's becoming such a
So it's like, here's a line of credit, and then fuck here, give us $5, we'll give you $200.
$100, yeah, and free
What?
bets. And then you can live bet. Like there's so much to betting now that it's just these parlays too. $5 to win 100,000 so I can be on a Twitter feed. That's the goal for this whole. And you know what? Some people post that, but it's probably somebody working for DraftKings that says it's hopefully, hey, you hit 14 out of 15, but this motherfucker hit 17 out of 17. If he can do it, you can fucking do it. So go 17.
Right.
Like it's becoming such small money that adds up fast in these games.
Yeah, geez,
like you could say, I'm gonna only have $200 to bet. Next thing you know, you're 2,000 into the game.
I should probably premise all of that with like,
that could be one game.
Don't try to bet trifectas unless you have a fucking methodology down that you are
gambling
with, because
to make a living is for rich assholes that can afford to lose and have say, hey, I won $5 million, but I also lost $4 million.
Yeah.
Or it's some sort of
like trying to jump in and trying to repeat what I'm doing because you see, hey, this guy that doesn't like look at any stats. Or really anything. He's just using like road signs and like off the whim type of occurrences to make his picks, and he's 15-4. Well, I can do that. Yeah, no, you probably can't. Just you can sure try, but
the thing is,
don't do what I'm doing at home. Let's just we're gonna have to put up some
But they don't get the picks before. But the thing is But that's just, and it's advertised with all the announcers are all in it. Like
Raiders
they talk
touchdown.
about the Raiders this, Raiders that, and another network's talking about Packers this, Packers that, and Packers home field is they're not home field, but their home field advantage is away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just fucking psychs.
Do they really want the
cycle?
The only reason I wanted to pick the Raiders this game is because they really want the Raiders to go 1-4.
I don't know.
I think, honestly, I think so.
You can get away with going 1-6 and still make the playoffs.
They did just score. We got about 4 minutes left in the second.
And these are all professional athletes. They can score at any time. It's just
7-3. Yeah, they should be able to.
Hey, at least that's a few points to throw up there. A little for the under for you.
Yeah.
Keep them the field goals. All field goal game and you'll win the under. That's how you want it. As long as you see field goals, you're fine. My over they need to step up.
It have to be a big scoring second half for the over.
Yeah, but you know how that NFL is. One fuck, it's strange.
Man, we could
all
see
of a sudden they put 60 points on the board in fucking the second half of one game or some.
Oh, this is college golf down here. That's why they're all okay. That's cool.
College golf.
I was like, why are they all wearing the same thing? That part of it was odd. It looked cool, but
represent their team.
Good God, Dancing with the Stars. That shit was like painful to even have in my peripheral vision.
You know what? Hockey's tough to bet on too.
Hockey would be so hard to bet on.
Holy fuck! Do you want to know what the over/under is on every hockey game? Majority of times. The over/under on the goals scored?
5.
And it's in regulation, but also if it goes into OT, you know how they do a puck off?
Dude, it's probably like 3 or 4.
It's 5.5.
5.5?
Every game. But
shit.
Now sometimes after a season's going, they'll do like a 6, 6.5. I've seen as high as 7 or 8. I think 8 one time I saw.
Whoa.
It was like these teams are averaging 5 a game themselves, and when they played each other, it was like 8 or 8.5, like the over/under bucks. But 5.5 is always your majority. Like this game's 5.5.
Interesting.
So every game is hockey, 5.5 at minimum. So imagine that you're picking over/unders on hockey every night. I don't know if anybody can do that consistently and win. The other thing is there's no spread. You can pick. The money line, meaning there's no spread, but you can also be like, okay, are they going to win by a half a puck? Or are they going to lose by 1 puck? Or you can pick all those like.
Yeah, what would be my trifecta picks here?
That would be your trifecta in this game would probably be like, I don't know. Let's just say
because there's no spread.
Let's say it would be Minnesota to win, and Minnesota to win by more than 1 goal.
So I would have to make up.
You'd make like it'd be like to win by 2, to win the game, and to go over the puck. So 5.5, the Minnesota to win, and then to the Minnesota to win by more than one. You know, I don't know. But that's hockey. That's a whole other level. That's why I said you couldn't do trifectas in hockey like you can do in football, because there's so much more range of
points.
Hockey's you either going to be a 4-goal. It's strange how hockey works. I've seen it back and forth. I couldn't even do any of that betting.
This team's gonna win by 1.
The only thing I could probably do in hockey's like futures, like who's going to go to Stanley Cup.
If the spread was like fucking half a point every time, that'd be easy
I
enough.
just go by the name. I mean, like I like that name.
Yeah.
Horses. I'm gonna put that in a
Jaguars would kill it. Jaguar would kill a bill.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Hockey,
that what he was going with there.
I would go with the names and not with, because I can't tell you hockey player. I don't know. I don't know anything about hockey. But it's exciting. I love it.
Don't the Buffalo Bills, didn't they have a buffalo on their fucking helmet?
The Buffalo Bills? I don't know. Would they show a picture?
Yeah, didn't they used to have like a buffalo or something on there? Like an actual buffalo, like a...
For Bills?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like it was a...
Raiders.
Because we were always like, what's a Buffalo Bill? And it was like,
Yeah,
well, they I think they just used a buffalo. And maybe they
maybe
called
they
it
did.
Bill.
Yeah, Buffalo Bill. Yeah, that... Go, man. Those...
Yeah.
Those
I feel like I
Bills.
still feel like I think they had a helmet, like a Buffalo Bills helmet, had the fucking buffalo on it, like the blue.
I like the Colorado Buffaloes is the
we'll
only
look at
Buffaloes
that
that's
one.
going on with the Buffaloes. Colorado.
Wait, this isn't like another first and goal, is it? I thought this was a replay. How did the Raiders get down back in within like the 10-yard line or something?
Turned it over.
Oh, okay, shit.
But see how
That's
quick
not
see how
good.
quick that is? How you don't notice it until it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, like wait a minute, they were gonna score another fucking touchdown here? That's not what.
I'll turn on the sound blast.
That's not the script I need.
Let's throw that on there. 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I must have had a fumble or maybe
Look at that.
it must have been a
Packers
fumble or interception. Yeah, crazy. Oh wow, they got one on the green. I see that design, the shirt design on the Green Bay side too.
Something new they added to the NFL.
Yeah. I don't know if that's happened. Wow. I don't know if that's happened in my lifetime. Have you ever seen that before, where the NFL has had a giant color scheme theme for every team? Like
Never. No.
some of them
I
kind of
never
have their own
noticed that
styles.
They have changed all these colors to. It's like slot machines, man. There's something with the colors that it tracks to the. It's something with the. They're doing
and
that.
now that they brought all these
It never used to be
NFL
like that.
watchers normally.
It never used to be because it had the stagnant colors. The Vikings purple is now a really sharp purple. That's a purple you want on a car. Like it's got that now. Some teams haven't changed their color. Cleveland Browns. I mean, you want to fucking.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother, but they got a whole nother thing that they got to work with on their team. So they're working on it. They're coming up, but just little things like that. Absolutely.
Well, we'll see what happens here, but it's looking like 3-10 so far. Raiders are up.
That's how they trick you with the brain. Yeah.
That's very interesting. They're bringing a whole bunch of new eyes in, and now they have like these universal trickery for the colors, not just like the team colors. No, they're just gonna bypass that whole thing and put it on every team. Like, so it doesn't matter who you're looking at. Interesting.
Yeah, that's just the baseball's starting to do some of that, but they're still got some work to do. NFL, it's just because it's magnified every weekly. Yeah, man, I like how baseball does. They'll do an old school uniform. NFL doesn't do that much unless it's some sort of like memory of a player, and everybody wears the number.
Oh yeah.
And then okay, it's this person's day at this stadium. But some of them, those jerseys, they're fucking you find those, they can be worth some money.
Those throwbacks, like $300-400.
Baseball does that all the time
$3,000
with the throwbacks.
sometimes.
They do the throwback their uniforms, but see, baseball throws so much. I don't know. It's strange. Like, damn. Do you know the 5 NFL teams that have orange in them, in their color?
Bengals.
Yep.
I would say the Browns have orange.
Yep.
Chicago.
Bears. Yep. You said Browns?
I want to say Miami.
You said Browns, Bengals, Bears, right?
Yeah.
Bears, Browns, Bengals, Bears.
Doesn't Miami have orange?
Miami does.
Yeah.
So there's one more.
I hope there's no time limit on this one.
No,
but
you just think about it. Don't worry about it. Because they might show up there on the halftime. Because they highlight all the games. At
There's
halftime, they show the 2-minute, quickest 2 minutes.
there's only one
There's only
more.
one more. There's 5. And I was thinking about think about it. Because there's a lot of,
It will come to me. It's just
Yeah,
one of
of
those
course.
teams
It is
where
one
it's
of
like,
those.
why am I missing this?
absolutely. So we are down to 2 minute 32, 6-3. No, 10-3. Shit. They kicked the field goal there.
The Bills don't have any orange, do they?
No, theirs is red.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about like away uniforms. It's their that's their symbol. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's their. But you were close though. I was thinking that one too. I was trying to like, well, no.
It's not the Titans, is it?
No.
I want to say like the Houston Oilers used to have orange. Why is it not occurring to me? I give up. Fuck it. Who is it? You
You don't know?
can give me a hint if you want. I'm just not like
I know. What? It was one of those. Oh yeah, because you don't see it, but it's hidden. That's the other problem with these colors. They got us hidden. They got them hidden on us, and then it's strange. The colors they use to manipulate our soul sucking.
there's that bill. You saw the Bills thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what they used to have on their helmets.
They did. I thought maybe they had orange at that one time.
I'm pretty sure they did. It's not the Steelers, is it?
Steelers have yellow. Do they have orange? I don't know.
Like, I think one of those little stars on the Steelers thing is orange.
Oh, are you talking this on the
On the little symbol. But that's... So maybe they play on that sometime.
Browns, Bengals.
The Broncos!
Yep, Browns. Bengals,
The Broncos.
Bears,
Yes,
Broncos.
you said Browns, and I was like, wait, Broncos. It just hit my fucking head, like,
Yep.
right as you started saying that.
The four B's and an M. There you go. That's trivia you can use to somebody.
That is a tough one.
It is. That Denver one gets most people just because.
The Denver one is tough
It is.
because I'm not.
Even in their stadium, there's like no real.
After the
orange.
Bills
Yeah.
and
Bills.
and the Bears.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fucking nuts, man. Because I was thinking, they're all
Denver,
yeah,
of course.
they're all B teams, and then they threw an M. They threw orange on a Miami an M.
Oh, and the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
It's like, where is the
Dolphins,
orange in that
Dolphins.
even? They just
Yeah.
picked orange. They were like, fuck it, we'll just go with
the
orange. Because we're in Florida, so
And
we're
it's
the
not like
orange
they
state.
should. A dolphin should is like what, grayish. They should throw a little. Show
Yeah.
a dolphin. They make that dolphin.
It should be a little more like Seattle colors, but
Yeah,
they're like, we're citrusy.
If they're gonna do, put a little like pina colada with an orange fucking fruit cocktail thing in it.
Yeah.
Like party fucking tea. Miami. Yes.
Right. They could
So-
they could pop those, make those colors pop a little bit.
Yeah.
Oof.
Joe Buck and Troy Aikman back in the house. Welcome back, guys.
Trey Oikman. Yeah, welcome back. Where you guys been all game?
We've been waiting all.
Yeah.
Fucking Carrie Underwood, she waits all day for Sunday night. I wait all day for Monday. Fucking all week for Monday night. These two fucking guys are putting me to sleep if I wasn't doing a cast. I'm fucking for real.
No doubt. I think they're
They're
wearing
horrible.
the same two suits that they were wearing last week
Joe
too.
Buck needs to get onto the World Series when the Twins are playing.
Dude,
That's
these
when
guys
he needs to be commentating.
These guys go right back into the fucking broom closet when they're done with them. They just power them down, plug them in.
Yep. And then AI their voices into this game.
Exactly. Oh
This guy
yeah.
Talking on his headset. What do we got, guys? Okay, we got to keep it under fucking 13 because fucking Kev's got the over. We know it.
Yeah. They were listening in. Oh, I wouldn't doubt me. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
They're like, put on to us.
They're calling audibles. Buff Brains got their picks in. Look at that. Look at those big ass bottles of champagne just getting a pass, dude. Just getting a huge pass. Like,
DraftKings?
get stoked,
Yep.
get stoked, get stoked.
Drink
yeah,
and bet.
champagne.
Gamble and drink. Do you think casinos have it all set up? They added alcohol into that whole gamble? Holy fuck.
Ooh-wee.
Talk about a liability. For real. But it's okay. It gets a pass.
Yep. They that's kind of interesting.
I used to
layout
play
that they have
online
there.
poker completely blottoed. That was back fucking like, I don't know, 2007?
They blottled the public when alcohol, just grain-based alcohol, they fucked us big time.
But
They were just like, here, this will be fucking terrible for you, but it'll make you just dumb enough that you'll keep doing it again. I wonder how much alcohol really plays a role in like addictive gambling.
oh, fucking
Like, cause you think that person's what straight edge person is sitting there like, not saying it doesn't happen, but what straight edge is sitting at a lottery machine or whatever the fuck it is,
poker machine,
slot machine.
slot machine. Yeah, nobody.
You almost got to be on something to handle that fucking atmosphere.
A lot of people are on fucking blow too.
Probably a lot of them on blow, a lot of Xanax, a lot of
everything.
a lot of probably
I've
sorts
seen
of different
gambling
shit.
destroy
Pick your
people's
poison type of
lives.
shit.
After all the fucking shit's done and they lose money. But I've also seen just the slot player, not talking sports betting, I'm talking the fucking slot junkies.
Oh.
They're a fucking whole nother breed of people. They're the only people. And you know, they put that music in there and it tracks and it's just, hey, it's, man, the way they have that system down is fucking, it's so, and how much is gambling playing a role? Nothing good comes out of.
I could certainly make myself
I mean, the
nauseous
human
just
rewards,
thinking
think about the
it.
human reward system. You're getting rewarded for getting liquored up. Your reward system is, I'm getting free drinks, and I'm also getting my fucking liquored up. I'm on blow. Let's fucking add autonomic fucking adrenaline into this whole thing. If I see that jackpot sign, and I'm like, here we are, fucking ready to roll, bam. And you only have to bet 10 cents a spin to, I mean, there's just so much behind it. But that 10 cent turns into $1.80 every spin. I mean, there's so much behind it. And now there's no cash. You can't put cash in machines. It's all pretty much on a paper now. You go you put cash up there and they give you a ticket. Here's $500 and you put it in the machine. So when you cash out, there's no cash. So think about it, the psychology behind cash versus a card versus it's not cash, it's on paper. It's a credit type thing.
Wait a
You're out
minute.
there and you take out the money. If you put physical money in there, the brain receptors say, holy shit, we got to hit this motherfucking jackpot.
You got to get that back.
You put the slip there, you have no gambling responsibility because you look at it as like, I started 500, I still got 275.
There's no sense of loss.
But if I put
really.
500 in and I only cash out $275, the physical value of money reverses the way that it is. So, but it's so now there's no fucking cash.
Well, they
The
manipulate
football games,
the
you go
physical
pay for anything, there's
aspect
no
of
cash.
it.
Everything is on a card or a credit.
Right.
So the impulse is, hey, it's okay.
And the reason you'll end up doing it again and again and again is because all of the same physical stimuli are still there.
That's why people get hooked on it because it's the
repeated
behaviors.
Yeah.
It's repeated behaviors that it's a scarcity loop behavior. People get hooked. Scarcity loop behavior is the opportunity to get something in return, which is money at casinos.
Yeah.
That is your whole, you're going in there, you're going to lose, but your whole intention is if I can just get a little bit of this, and that's where the unpredictable rewards. You don't know when it's going to hit. It could hit in this next spin. I don't know. It's that you don't know.
Like you said.
And then when it gets into its repeated ability is it's always there 24 hours a day.
Yeah, whenever
so
you
you
want
go back and they go in and they're like, okay, well this time I'm only going to put 200 in this machine because last time it's always like they think there's a psychology behind where you're not going to win, but there's always that chance.
What you said was really hit. It made a lot of sense when they changed it to just you're putting a card in. Two things I wanted to hit on there. The first thing is that you're so right about when they remove that you're putting actual cash in and it's not paying cash out. Because what do? They want the reward of winning to physically feel the same as the reward, as the result of losing. And it's always the same because now you're just taking your card out of the machine whether you won or lost. So that is adding into this subconscious addictive nature of doing things without thinking, right? So then the second thing is, what does that remind you of? Where you go to the counter, you put real cash down, and then they give you fake shit to go play games with.
That's like the kids were
yes.
The kids they put
the
arcade.
arcade.
They get credit. They get but
the
even
arcades.
Those aren't even. There's not even cash in those. It's everything is so. It's training the kid. That
they used to have tickets.
Always
remember?
Tickets. Always tickets.
You remember?
Always tickets.
What was that pizza place?
Gigglebees,
Yeah, with the little mascots and
little
stuffed puppets that would ride around on a track and handle you
hey,
pizza. They had a big, huge arcade. This place was huge. And
that
it
was
was
a-
like
that was-
it was like the Chuck E. Cheese before Chuck E. Cheese was ever even.
You spend 20 and you get something in return. But if you get like it's all part of that.
Then you
whole
would then they
gamble.
would still have the kind of like they would give you tokens in the form of coins, right? But then they would pay out in these cash little tickets. And those fucking machines, man, when you hit them, it would sit there and pay out.
Be
and
like
go,
fucking half an hour, and then be like run out of the things.
Just
rebuild
like
it. And
the
then, like you had
casino.
buckets. If you had buckets, you were like the king of the fucking
Dude,
winning.
yeah.
Like what's your strategy? Oh, I fucking there's all sitting and all. That's how it all starts. Is all our subconscious and our cultures
I'm
are
saving up
dude,
800,000 tickets for the Batman fucking
you
convertible up there.
you got a whatever a game. I don't think there was gaming
Oh, my
systems. You couldn't get
God.
anything that plugged in. It was all just like I don't know, but it was something of value. But you know that it costs. You could fucking buy it somewhere. But it was just that thrill of hey, video games is no different. Social media in this day and age is no different. People have that addictability where they are so addicted to their like if they're performers on social media, they gotta fucking edit. Like their whole thing is addicted to that, and it may not work out, and it may, but they have that repeated type of.
Oh man,
That's no different. And even
That
social
touches in
media
on
goes.
another-
It's all. That's like the whole thing. You're going away from the way we communicate with people face to face. No more cash. Yeah, that's all part of this whole game. And then you add alcohol too, and you add no more free buffets. Motherfucker, you got to pay for that. There's no more freebies in Vegas, man. Last time I was in Vegas, stayed at the Wynn. I didn't get shit. We went to the high roller room. We had to use this girl we were with. She's a slot player, plays slots. And she builds these points. But we had to use her card to even get anything. Like we drop $1,000. We go to Vegas, play slots. We ain't fucking having fun. We're just going to high roll room. If I had $10 to spin, big fucking deal and leave. But fuck, $2,000. You better give me a fucking free something. They said no.
Yeah.
You gotta spend $5 minimum. I'm like fuck you. Grabbed her card. Fucking, we got free buffet. The $69 buffet is what that thing costs. We got it for free. But imagine it costs $5,000 to get a free fucking buffet. Back in the day, they'd give you a free buffet for walking in the door and
no shit, right?
But that's the old
Stay
school of
here,
Vegas.
eat some food.
Old school of Vegas has changed, bro. That's how everything. Because slot machines are even worse. They're all just this. They got a Super Bowl slot machine now in Vegas, and it's like you're playing with these fucking football. You pick a winner. You get like. Well, it's like fucking.
Dude.
It's like where are we going with this gambling? It's
Yeah,
bad
what?
enough. It's
Just
every
the most.
household.
Oh my god.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
does alcohol
interesting.
affect gambling fucking 100%.
Yeah, it'd be pretty tough to say that it doesn't.
I mean, what animals go to bachelor parties in Vegas? It's 120 degrees out. They're walking around with these fucking these 1 foot tall like drinks. It's 120 degrees. Like they're animals. You would think they're gambling fucking lightly, motherfucker. No, motherfucker. They're just and the women are the worst ones with the slots. So I'm not much of a slot player, but fuck it, whatever, you know.
Look at that. There's nobody. When did they take that picture? But whenever they took that picture, there was nobody in those seats.
Yeah, nobody's there. Nobody's at the game. Hey, 17-3. That's halfway to the over. Let's go.
Well, they're gonna
a
take
little
the
more, little under than
13-3 anyway.
13.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah, he gone.
Did you see that fucker curve?
He just kicked.
Holy
it straight left.
shit, man! That looked like it curved twice.
Well,
That's an odd occurrence. I did not see that missed field goal coming, Kev.
Yeah, it was a chip
Not
shot.
even close. Watch this thing. It goes.
late left.
Look at that.
Yes, gone.
Oh, did they say he tipped it?
Oh, Yellow Glove's got an extra inch on him.
Oh, he did hit it. He blocked it. That was a blocked field goal. Okay. You see the girl sleeping in the stands? You see that? Oh, that was adorable.
The game's over for them.
Oh, man, that was adorable, though. Holy cow.
Nobody's at the game.
Oh, what was that?
I thought he was getting 1 second left.
I thought he did too. Like, he was probably like 2 seconds. Unless.
Thank you, Troy.
Wow. Well, they kind of squandered that attempt to
Put some points up.
put some more points up. Yeah.
Well, for shit.
That looked like a rookie quarterback move, dude.
Well, they're acting like
He's
it.
still standing on the field like, hold on, I went out of bounds. Like, we still got another play, everybody. All the Raiders are like, yeah, we're going in.
You know about the slot machines? They're everywhere in airports and fucking Vegas. They're in restaurants. They're virtual. They're in your hotel room. I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
This gambling thing.
On the
They're
phones.
making so much money on all of this gambling. Are people broken up like to worry about everything? So you gotta. That's what's scary about it, man. People just print this money somewhere.
I've been thinking about that
You
for
know
a
what?
while.
Asia's the worst of all, but they just have all this money. Like China business, there's so many China businessmen that are in Vegas, but in Macau,
Yeah, why?
like 90% of Venetian's revenue comes from Macau. Think about that. How big fucking Vegas is small compared to Macau.
Oh, that was that interception. I saw that, but
Yeah, that's.
how did the Packers score all those points in the weeks prior? Is kind of what I'm wondering, because this is kind of a shit show.
Yeah. Sure is.
Excuse me. Well, should we take a little break?
The show.
All
We're
right.
back. Speaking of cash, I wonder if the strip clubs are taking cash anymore. I bet Vegas is probably the last. They ain't taking cash anywhere else. Strip clubs, about the only last resort to you want to turn money into what do they call it?
Need a mint.
Mint.
Need a mint.
Mint. So yes, cashless.
You know, while we're segued on to how the strip clubs are laundering their money.
They're the only ones. Everybody else is fucked. You can't launder your money anymore through car washes. Everything's on a card.
I'll tell my quick story about fucking coffee shops. I got a quick rant about coffee shops. Okay, so I was going to deposit a check today at a bank. I normally never go into the bank, right? So I'm at this one, never there. It's got this odd fucking driveway that it gets blocked by all the traffic coming out, so you can never really turn in. So there's a second driveway, and it happens to be a drive-through driveway that goes to the Dunbros Coffee.
Shout out Dunbros.
So I don't see anybody in the line. So I'm like, okay, I'll sneak back, because there's nowhere else to really turn around. Otherwise, you have to like drive through a very tight banking, like teller window type of thing, right? Where you're sitting there and they send it to you through the tunnel thing. So I didn't want to turn through that, and there was nobody there, right? So, but then this gal turns in right behind me. Well, what are the chances that some gal's going to fucking get coffee, like right when I'm pulling in there? And when I get up to the thing to turn, there's a truck there blocking the way. So there was a huge line actually for this coffee place that is just on the other side of the building that I didn't know was there. And I didn't know you could, like, it was a one car thing. Like, if you go down this place, you are not getting out of there unless everybody's backing up. So I'm fucking stuck, basically, waiting for the fucking coffee drive-through. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be chill. Like, okay, you know, it could be worse. Like, yeah. I'm not somewhere I'm not supposed to be, or I can't get in trouble. Like, it wasn't a bad situation, but I'm like a little bit irritated that now what am I going to sit here for 15 minutes to wait for this fucking line to go through? Anyway, the car behind me honks her horn. And I'm like, I don't know. What do you want? My reaction was I just ignored it because what was I supposed to do? I couldn't move forward. I couldn't move backwards. So it was like, why are you even honking at me? Like, there's nothing I can do here. So we're sitting there for a little longer. Like, I'm waiting for it to go. Maybe 3 minutes past, 3 to 5. And, like, I guess she gets impatient again. Honks her horn even longer this time. And, like, by this time, I'm like, okay. Like, this, like, the thoughts are going through my head. Like, this fucking little coffee line only exists because the people in, like, how long does it take to make a fucking cup of coffee and get this line moving, for one? So that's where one of my thoughts go to. Second one of my thoughts are like, who the fuck is this person behind me who can't make coffee at their goddamn house? They got to come to Dunbros on lunch hour to sit in a fucking line where you could just walk in the building and get the goddamn thing a lot quicker. So, you know, these types of like irritated thoughts are going through my head. And then she lays on the horn a second time. So I'm like, well, seriously, there's nothing I can do in this situation unless she moves. So I roll down my window and I just start yelling out of it. I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do? There's a car in front of me. You're blocking my way out behind me. There's nowhere I can even fucking go. So go ahead and honk your horn. And then I roll the window back up. That was pretty close to exactly what I said. I didn't say it like yelling at the top of my lungs or anything, but certainly loud enough. Like, look, why the fuck are you honking at me again here? I'm already irritated that I'm sitting in this fucking line instead of depositing this check at the bank.
If you do that in Chicago, fucking South Chicago, you're fucking dead.
I know, somebody might just get out and shoot me, maybe.
They're lucky this area, well, you can carry here, but fucking lucky people aren't crazy as that.
Yeah.
Some people fucking out, so shoot.
Yeah, maybe.
She's lucky.
She's probably lucky I wasn't holding, so just walking started blasting when she's fucking honking her horn and shit. It's like, what did she actually want me to do? I couldn't move the line. The only thing I could have done was order coffee. But it's like, that wouldn't have gotten her anywhere faster, so it was just like... So she ends up, like, she heard what I said, and she look there, Green Bay touchdown. There we go. There we go.
Halfway to the over.
It's usually when I'm telling a story or something that things start going back in my favor for the picks here.
Always score.
So there we go. Things are going my way now. Now she ends up reversing, and the reason I didn't put my reverse lights on to like indicate, hey, I'm in the wrong spot and I need to get out of here, is because it was already, we were like a full building's length, like down this like narrow driveway. Like you could not fit 1.5 cars there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the chances that this person can even back up out of there are probably pretty slim. So rather than create a fucking mess, like I'll just sit here, you know. But anyway, she ended up backing up, and I turned through the very tight bank thing that I didn't want to do in the first place. But since I'm a decent enough driver and been driving farm equipment since I was young, a little tight space didn't bother me at all. But
she didn't.
But yeah, now it got me on a little rant that I was like, why the fuck are you people unable to make coffee at your goddamn houses that you go to Dunbros to pay $10 for, you know, $5 to $10
hey, that's where
for
Caleb
fucking
started his
coffee?
That's where Caleb started.
And it's like, I'm thinking at the same time, like, yo, like, this is Caleb's neck of the woods. Like, you know, this customer is probably one of his friends. Yep. Like, yeah.
Well, I'm glad it worked out because you go to fucking South Chicago.
Yeah.
So you go to North Minneapolis. Holy fuck.
Yeah, you leave
in this area, you can say what the fuck you want, and ain't nobody can do nothing.
Right. I think she was more like shocked like that I was actually yelling at the window at her, but it was like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
like, why are you fucking honking at me? I cannot do anything for you.
That's a problem. Everybody's entitled.
And if you're, if you're in a hurry, like you needed to go
somewhere else,
inside and order your coffee. That's
not a necessity. That's a luxury. Fuck that shit.
It's just all the little things combined where I was like, I could have easily just torn that person apart for being there.
Maybe she has a shit job and fucking has a case of the Mondays.
Could have been too.
But the
Could have
problem
been
is
anything, man.
Ain't nobody gonna win in the situation.
Right. Like, you're not going to move the line by honking
Not
at
gonna
me.
move.
I'm not going to have you back up by yelling at you.
No.
You know? I mean,
Fuck that.
I don't know.
Come out the
it's so
hatchet,
weird.
bro. No fucking say something.
Yeah.
Bring a bat out, but then you go and get arrested for assault.
Right. Then you're going to get arrested for
There's a difference
intimidation.
between verbal assault and fucking attempted physical assault. Motherfucking, that's a difference between 30 days in jail. For real.
Yeah, it is.
And
for
like you
sure.
gonna fucking get restricted on the, you can't be within 100 feet of the place, you know?
Yeah.
I fucking heard some people, man. They're like, man, I was like, that sucks.
You don't want to start shit out at
like this guy got a bat out and broke
places.
this guy's back window.
Oh,
and like he ended
damn.
up having like, it was like he had an anger issue though. He had like a trend where he's a danger to society. And that judge said, we'll give you 30 days for fucking get your anger under issues.
Like if you...
But there's people though that
If you set them off, they will just fucking snap.
fuck yeah, man.
I can totally see why. I can't believe it doesn't happen more often.
I'm waiting for Tesla
Like,
and
I
AIs
can't-
to fight each other.
Well, like, I
Like,
can't
one
believe
minute-
that Facebook hasn't been shot up already, and like YouTube hasn't just been gunned down. Like their offices haven't been fucking burnt to the ground by people. It makes me think that they don't really exist. Which I know that they have offices in places,
Ain't
but it's
nobody in
like,
there. It's like an empty fucking
who knows?
empty offices. Do you know about laundering money? I was going to tell you this one. There's people in New York City that have real estate that are like so rich. They have real estate in New York City that they advertise for astronomical amounts of money, but they never rent them out.
Oh,
But they write it off, meaning that they borrow the money to fucking $25-30 million place in New York City that have never been, they'll never be rented because they're so high in price.
Yo.
But they can write it off. So think about that one, and that's one way that
Think
I
of
was
the
thinking.
amount of crime that happens
You gotta
in
have,
those
but that's
types of places.
bazillions of dollars. Like we're talking, but that's one way. Might even be able to get away with it if you bought you're charging X times the amount that nobody would ever pay for. You know what I mean? Like it just sits there for years, but that was just crazy. Like no matter how much money, you can't rent out these places in New York City because they will never get rented. And if they do, you're paying cash. You know, there's no fucking transfer of anything.
Yeah, we were talking about a little bit about money laundering, because cash is you gotta have digital currency for fucking everything, and the money laundering situation for you can't just go put up a car wash anymore and launder your money because it's like you can't do that with cash these days. You just can't do it anymore. So it's like how do you do these things? One of the ways that they've done it in the past as well is through things like selling art, or like the Clintons do, speeches. Like there's only one reason why somebody would be getting paid an astronomical amount of money for a piece of art or giving a speech, stuff like that, and it's because they're being paid for a service that they're providing in a roundabout way, and the giving a speech is just their way of making, their way of letting the public know that you just made $200,000 for doing something else, but the public thinks that it's just because you gave a speech at a big fancy dinner with big fancy people.
What about autographs? Do you think you could launder autographs?
Autographs?
autographs
I
were
mean, if you're
$2,000.
Taylor Swift, yes.
Fake Taylor Swift. I could at least get something out of it.
I mean,
Taylor Swift autograph. That's a good one.
I mean, I guess could we argue
I'd
that
be curious if she's ever signed it.
if we
Probably fuck that. My autograph's too much. Shut eBay down, bitch. Shut Ticketmaster down. Let's fucking go eBay too.
I don't even know if she's ever signed one. I love that. That would be, I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen her sign one.
I've never seen anything like, okay, here's a Taylor Swift on a guitar. I don't know. Maybe there is.
Wow. So he chose to run backwards across the open field. That's generally never a good idea.
No.
Just going to tell you that.
There's nobody gets out of that.
I've never seen a fucking punt. Well, I won't say never, but it's a vast minority
Super Bowl would be.
where you see a punt returner start running backwards. Yeah,
Super
maybe
Bowl
in the
you would.
Super Bowl you'll see something like
It'll
that.
be a prop bet, and everybody will lose.
Yeah, it'll be a prop. That's God, no pumpkin spice frosties. No.
Shove that pumpkin spice.
Gosh, there's this gal on my Facebook. She posted something how she's being tested for cancer and won't know for a couple weeks or whatever, and just kind of at the whim of the doctors. I'm just like, what the fuck, So I'm like, look, the only way you're gonna cure yourself is through upping your nutritional game. That's it. Like the only reason cancer is gonna express itself in anybody is due to malnutrition and fucking toxicity and like feeding it sugar. So don't, get your nutrition game right. Don't feed it sugar. You should be good to go. And like, I don't know, she just like, I don't know, she was like, you don't know me, blah, 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 like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? If your response to me trying to give you good information is to tell me not to do that, like, you can just straight up fuck off in the first place. To even, it's just so, it's odd to me, Kev, to these people, they get so full of their own fucking ego, when it's like, all I would have had to do is say the same goddamn thing back to her, like, oh, you don't know anything about me, blah, 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 this. I'd say, you don't know anything about me to tell me not to do what you just told me to do. So
It's just stupid.
the low IQ response, it's just like, dude, you did the absolute bare minimum that you could have possibly done in that situation. And you went with it, and you thought that you played yourself like the smart one.
That's the problem. Nobody wins.
Is that
Fuck them.
just to segue a little bit into how people don't know what the fuck they're doing? This, it is. Oh, it's Jameson. I thought it was Jack Daniel's orange. I was like, when did they do it? Now they're doing a Jack Daniel's orange?
There's a lot of buffaloes in those commercials too. You notice that? Lately?
Yeah, I did.
You know the buffalo slot machines? That's that buffalo. Buffalo.
You're right about that.
You ever seen that buffalo?
It is that fucking the ones you match up. It's like 800 version of buffalo with the wings.
You know what? You can't launder money in a casino anymore.
Why not?
Because if I buy in
Wait, what the fuck's
$10,000
happening?
blackjack table and I win $3,000, I gotta pay fucking taxes on it.
Dude, every time we say something like big, something happens in the game. Like for Green Bay. Like Green Bay's on like the 5-yard line now. They're gonna score. Holy shit. Yeah, I know, you're right. The casino's becoming just as digital as anywhere else. The only way it's cash, you ain't getting paid out cash.
You can't have enough rummage sales. You can't even. Everything's fucking not even cash at those. What the fuck?
Do they even actually pay you out cash, or do they give you like prepaid Visa cards now?
Maybe they give you. Well, you mean like for
Like,
winning?
yeah, let's say like I go there and I'm like, okay, I give them $100 and they give me that little card.
Yeah.
And I put it in and I hit on the first one and I take it up there and I'm like, hey, 500. Will they give me $500 bills?
Well, you want cash, you'll probably have to mail
500,000.
mail you a check. I don't know. I think you can get cash, but I'm sure there's a fee if you win too much because they got to pay taxes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now it's coming back to me. Yep, I've seen plenty of videos now where they do win cash and they leave
you can
with cash.
you load up cash and you can have it transferred on to the casino card. And meaning like
I've even done it myself.
points.
Okay, I just had to check. Sometimes
It's
you
not
got to
all
remove
casino.
yourself from society, ask some questions just to check in and make sure everything's okay.
Wait till they can oh man, they can put there's gonna be no more ATMs either, man. Imagine that. ATM business, that was a good way to launder money. ATM machines, fuck anymore, ain't no. ATM machines, there ain't gonna be no ATM machines.
Yeah.
I'm serious. And then when the system crashes, people are gonna be like, our card system's down, we only take cash. Who the fuck is gonna we can't get it.
Dude.
You know they're gonna call me.
They're
gonna be like, Kev, I need some cash. And I'll be like, how much you need? I need $40 to pay this. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to give you $40, but when the system comes up, you owe me 80. You're a friend of mine. Everybody else getting charged fucking 100. I mean, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And that's going to be IOUs. Fuck you. Here's a fucking IOU. I'll be back in a week.
They I had that happen at a gas station recently. Just a second. Green Bay's almost going to score a touch. Not even close. There wasn't even anybody there. So they're going to go out 4th and goal. They might score a field goal here only.
Maybe. Oh, yeah.
Well, and I thought I saw, the official
They
threw his
might
hat,
go
like,
for
because he didn't have a flag. Like,
I thought he
what's
threw it.
happening here?
I thought it was a challenge flag. A field goal.
Looks like nothing.
13-10, maybe?
Okay, so 13-10 probably. What was I just saying, too?
ATM machine's gone.
Oh, the ATM machine was gone in the
ATM
gas
machines
station.
are gone.
No, the ATM machine was there. It was down. Though.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
fucking down. And they couldn't do any cash back. I was like, so your ATM is down, but since that's through a third-party thing, you guys can't do anything about it in the meantime. So it's like, I'm just fucked. And I needed cash. One of those times that you can't pay with anything else but cash.
Well,
And it was like the last place on the interstate that I could stop before having to drive out of the way off of the interstate to get to another gas station. It turned out not being true. I asked her, where's the nearest one? She said there was nothing north of here, but the nearest one's right over here in town. And I was like, there's another gas station up here like fucking 5 miles away. It wasn't even that far, so... Anyway,
that's what's going to happen, man.
that was
It's
the
gonna be-
experience.
The system's going to go down. You're not going to be able to pay your bills.
Like, I couldn't have even...
You're not going to, there's no checks. And
I couldn't
if,
have
even
done
if there
anything
are, does
at that
anybody
point.
know how to write a check?
They won't be able to
I mean, you
pump
can
the
ask
gas.
a fucking kid. No kids in school know how to, they don't teach how to write a check.
No, they don't teach them how to sign their names anymore in cursive, so you
for
can't
fuck's
sign
sake,
checks
can't.
because you have to write your name in cursive on that.
You can change your name. You got to fucking write the right name. And like, come on, this whole fucking everything's just gone. Then the cost of living is going up, and the chance of surviving is going
Down.
It's going down fast. I didn't realize it's going to be this fast, but holy shit!
it's going
Hold
fast,
on.
down fast,
Hold on
big
for the
time.
next fucking. What is this?
Next 10 to 15,
next
20
15
years
months,
are going to be fucking rough.
Hold on, everybody. There's some shit gonna happen, and we ain't. If we knew it going, I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be.
Now they're talking all this. Well, I won't even get into that, but we'll just
Everything's
let that-
fucked, man. Everything's going to hell. But we still have sports.
We still, yeah.
That's the only thing that's keeping people from. Fuck, man. These can get soul sucked.
The
into sports.
distractions,
NBA
yeah.
starts right there.
The
How about
entertainment
that? NBA
distractions.
2 weeks.
Really?
NBA's back.
All right.
The NBA players getting taller. The rims are getting bigger. Everybody's scoring.
The players getting taller and the rims are getting smaller.
The ball is getting smaller. The rim's getting bigger.
Yeah, there we go. They do score a shitload more points than they seemingly used to. Like
Way more. Dude, 200.
for games to go in the
Their average
110s
is like
and the
over
120s.
200 points a game.
Yeah, now it's like all the games are going into like the 120s.
All of
and
them.
like
That's how it's changed. In NFL, scores are maintaining. They're not being crazy, but we saw a few this year. 70-20. Yeah, I remember that one because that was my third. That was my third week pick. $70-20. You know. Oh, embarrassing. Like, does somebody write the script and say, we're going to score 70 points today and see how it reacts to the crowd,
yeah,
to the people?
you're right. You just record the reactions.
It make you look at too obvious doing
measure
that.
the sound. Speaking of sound, I haven't brought Timmy in at all this day. What do you think about Green Bay Raiders so far, Tim? Tim says it's getting colder outside. His temps dropping. I don't understand how we can go from 80-degree weather. Next week it's like 30 degrees lower. Like,
I don't know, man.
Where's the gradual slide down into the 70s and the 60s?
It was 90 last Monday,
yeah,
and then it was
90s, 80s,
30, 40,
50s,
40, whatever, Saturday. It changed that much.
Yeah, it changed that much. Like, we went from hot as fuck to literally freezing.
Won't see 70 till April.
Like, actually, I think it hit 32 or 33. I think it froze up in the Black Hills or something.
Won't see 70 degrees until April.
That's
That's
possible. That's possible.
It's going to be, fuck, man. Bring on that fucking, that ice and fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know what this winter's going to be like, dude.
I don't like any part of it. But you're right. Everything's just, and then we had record heats down, like hundreds.
Yeah, record heat, right? But then we have almost no fall weather. It just goes straight to fucking, like, skips fall, goes straight to pre-winter.
Absolutely.
Like, wow. The trees hadn't even start to turn color, Kev.
Yeah.
Like, and we weren't even hitting, like, never a days in the 75, like a week of 70s. Like, not 1 week was it 60s and 70s, like it should be. It's just been, like you said, 90 the week before, like, heat records. Not just a week before, but it was not really that long before. It's been like that all summer, too. Barely really raining. Like,
yeah, it's going to be
one or
unpredictable,
two actually
man.
good
It could
rains.
be blizzarding in next week, and then it could, we don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that it ain't going to be over 70 anymore. That's it. Like, we
might squeak one out, like, next week, maybe early November. Be like some fluke after it snows for Halloween time.
Snows 2 feet.
Right. It'll be a big, and then it'll be like 70 degrees, like the next week to
flood everything, and then we just fucking ice age and fucking this shit.
Like, the probability of what we just said happening is like pretty fucking good. Pretty good, actually.
Fucking pack up, stock up on food.
Yeah.
Fucking stock up on cash. Cold War.
Boy, that's part of it too.
The cold winter's on its way.
Gosh, what a weird ass world we live in, where it's like I have to actively strategize how much cash do I have just sitting around versus how much do I put in a bank. Because I think all the stuff from the bank is gonna be fucking gone at some point. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, server's down. You can't access anything.
We have no more money."
Yeah, right. It's
For
just
real,
like it's all gone. All the money you had there is inaccessible.
Think about this one. If you have $1 million in cash, and you take it to fucking Wells Fargo, and you go, "Here's $1 million cash." I called you guys an hour ago and says I was bringing $1 million in cash here. I understand it's going to take some time to count, but here's $1 million in cash. Okay, they write you a slip. 36 hours later, if it's not a weekend, it's $1 million in your fucking checking account, whatever, right? You got $1 million.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's a 30-day hold on anything after that. If you want to go back in and take that money out a week later in cash back, you ain't getting cash back, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You getting $100,000 in cash, and the rest is on the fucking card. I'm telling you, that is exactly how you could not get back any. You ain't getting no more cash back, bro. Wow. Meaning, I'm talking, like I said, $1 million in cash. They'll take it 8 days till Sunday, but you ain't getting it back. You're getting it back with interest in some way, but you got to hold it there for. First of all, they got to make sure it clears. But that's how bananas the fucking banking and cash works.
Like, I've thought about these things, right? Like, I've certainly thought about them. But a lot of times, I guess when you're researching and a lot of information, you pass over, like, actually going in and putting yourself in your daily, like, experience. You know, it's like, yeah, I can understand how cash is probably going to go obsolete. Like, something's going to be fucked, and it's going to be a shit show.
Like,
possibly a huge shit show.
Like, everything's going to go to zero. Nobody knows where the fuck the money's at.
right?
I'm serious. And I ain't trying to be so
Who
sarcastic,
knows?
but that's the truth. The
Well,
next global war on
it's
terror,
certainly
the
fucking
next terror
possible.
attack is going to be that cyber fucking motherfucking
Yeah,
everything
they just
for
shut it
months.
off. Yeah, they just shut
No
it
internet.
off.
We have no, like, everything's shut.
Yep.
Nobody's working.
Yep. And the banks don't have any liability in it because they fucking third-partied for all their cards. And since it's the card companies that are down, let's just, for example, they can point that, well, the card companies are down, so, until they're back up, then we can't do it. It's like they'll all point fingers back and forth just to cause this huge shit show. It'll be like 2 weeks or something before shit gets turned back on, and
No, it's never
2 weeks, my ass. We heard that at fucking COVID. Yeah, no, it'll
it's
be.
never getting turned back on. There's not enough fucking money.
Dude.
The ransom is going to be so big.
And that's how they could do it, like just like that too. They
fucking-
could starve up a whole fucking continent, just like that.
I know.
Just like that, you guys.
In Canada, a lot of melting going on up there.
And think about this too. If they can melt houses with lasers and shit like that, then all they have to do is cut off our food supply, turn the power off and the water off. Most people will starve and kill each other to death. Then anything else, you just fucking burn them all off. Then you large-scale landscaping, rinse and repeat. Like, this society's probably been fucking dusted off before because they're just farming for spirit or energy or whatever. Like, there's probably a whole shitload of stuff going on that we just can't even cover all in one breath or
No, but I'm telling you,
paragraph or book.
it's on
whatever.
its way. Wait, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, it's on its way.
Yep.
We got something coming on its way, and it's going to be like, holy shit. We saw it coming, but how did we not fix this? How is this not prevented?
I won't get too far into it, but
How is this not?
But it's this fucking Christian mentality thing. Kev, I mean, their book, the Holy Bible, says that hell is going to be fucking on earth. That everything's going to go to fucking hell, is what they believe. So every time the world gets worse, part of them actually rejoices because they feel validated in their faith.
Yeah.
And that they're going to be saved. It makes them feel like they're right and like they're correct, and their book is being...
It's playing itself out.
Exactly. Like they're going to hit a trifecta, Kev.
We are. You're going to hit, that's your trifecta. I'm going to hit, Oliver not going to hit.
And then they pull the rug out from underneath them. And it's like, then you're left with the reality that this society was completely fucking fabricated from the ground up. Like, it was never a legitimate growing society. Like, this has been an effort to brainwash. This whole entire thing was like, and this is probably fucking round like 700 or 700,000 even. How the fuck do we know? All we can really be sure is, it looks like there were a lot bigger trees here not that long ago.
Yeah.
And, but we don't really understand the nature of the shape of where we live and how things can change size and this and that. So there's just a lot of fucking unknowns.
Well, they'd say at the end of the, whatever, somebody always come up with something with the religion, and that makes sense. But I heard somebody made kind of sense to me, and I tried to take all that and kind of, okay, well, yes and no. But this guy was talking about same thing. I was like, man, what's going to happen when because he was talking about that shit. He's like,
yeah,
like they had like
the cash and the money
electric
laundering,
repair going on, and like this machine. But anyway, he was saying to the effect that how the Bible says, he say at the end, it's something to do with currency. It has something to do with like a marking, like a tattoo.
Yeah.
He's trying to say that the Q code reader is going to eventually be
implanted.
It's
in
going
your
to be
skin.
and we got to verify: are you real? Are you AI? Or are you fucking? Show me. Like, it's going to be like he was explaining. That's the end of time. Yeah. He goes, it's on its way, but we don't know when, and nobody knows when. And if we did, we would want to know when. Right. And I'm like, you kind of make sense, man. He's like, come to church with me. I'm like, you don't want me going to church with you. I'm good. And he said, I appreciate you. And I said, he was cool. But he kind of put the sense. I'm like, holy shit, this guy onto something.
Yeah.
It's all controlling, too. The controlling factor. Everything's going to be, you know what? You want to say you don't make more than $25,000 a year? Good fucking luck if you're getting it fucking digital. Like
See,
if you're working underground
gosh.
and they require you to fucking have a tax form, you're fucked. You ain't getting, that's the problem. Then you can, this whole thing, it's going to get to the point where, hey, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Hey, touchdown though. 17-13. There you go. There's 30 points.
See, and that's the okay. I won't get any further in, but this is the last part I want to say is that guy. I mean, we could probably sit down and rap for hours and agree on all this stuff and be like, look, we could probably show that guy that the NFL is rigged, and he'd be like, yep, I see it. Like, I can see the corruption.
He's like, I saw that before.
But yet,
before instant replay. He's like,
right.
I've known that for. That's how that guy would talk.
It's like those guys.
He's like, I've been saying that. Nobody wants to believe me.
It's like they can understand all that stuff, but they're not doing anything about it. They're not doing anything to make the world a better place. They're just trying to bring Kevin to fucking go to church and praise Jesus. Where it's like, what are you all doing to actually fix this fucking fix this?
Oh, he told me.
Because he's just going to church and talking about it. Like, and I know they're not talking about it in most churches. Like, this guy sounds a little more like an outlier. But there are plenty of Christians out there that are, you know, have their heads on their shoulders and they're very well intentioned.
Oh,
but
you could
it's
launder
like,
money through a church. Holy fuck.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I just thought that, dude,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guarantee there's gotta
Donations,
be some corruption.
baby.
I'm not talking to fuckers on TV. I'm talking some fucking somebody. Hey.
Even like small town churches are probably like riddled with it.
And the farmers are doing tax write-off. Everybody's fucking winning.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Your fucking equipment. I mean, it's a fucking family run. Now talk about another thing. That's how the government's fucking no different, bro. They just do it in a fucking way worse way. Like blatantly and get away with it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's what I'm hitting in on too.
But the religion, they get away. But they're protected. The government.
They're protected
They're
like
just
from their own people. Like the church can commit bloody murder. Whereas the government can commit bloody murder and the people will turn on the government. But the people will not turn on the church if the church commits bloody murder. They'll just be like, well, I guess that's God's will.
God's will. That's how it is.
It's fucking weird, people.
And then you got
like,
all the
when
other
we
shit
really
that,
get...
you know, we've talked, I'm fucking down that rabbit hole before, but just all the scandals. Scandals is just like all part of all of that. So, hey, somebody else, it's got to blame somebody else for, or it's okay. Sins will be forgiven, right?
That's their hope, man.
That's the excuse.
They really do think that it's just going to be like, hey, I'm cool by association. I said the magic words that I believe this and that means that I'm in. I'm like really sorry, y'all. That's just really not how it works at all. It's not how it fucking works for like anything. I'm pretty sure you can't even sell your soul just by like saying the words. You have to like do some blood shit to actually like sign your name in blood here, bitch. Or like drink this cup, right? Drink the cup with the Jesus of blood in it. That whole I can't get going on it. That just, the more I think about it, Kev, the more I think about it, that whole thing is like Jesus is just the head vampire who shared his blood with the followers and made a bunch of other vampires. Like, that is vampire lore. It's the exact same thing. Like, if you read about how are vampires created, it's like the head vampire shared the blood with a bunch of other ones. And it's like, hey, come to the Last Supper and you can have Jesus' body and blood. It's, where have I heard this before? Like,
I was fucking watching
it's like see, this is why I can't get going on it, because it's such a fucked topic. Okay. What we missed in the football game is the fucking Raiders did score another touchdown, so it's 13-17 now here.
30 points. Come on, I need 3 touchdowns.
This one's going to be an interesting game.
2 touchdowns and a field goal.
They're keeping it close.
Oh, you know how they got to do it, man.
Oh yeah, look at these Niners jerseys. They
If
dark
Angel
into the
can
red
play
a
out-
little bit.
Yeah, like, dude, there's nobody at the game. In a stadium. Bro, if you ever want to go to a fucking Raiders game for free, just fucking go at second half. They'll let you in.
Yeah.
I guarantee maybe we scan you for security, but if you ain't, hey, I got my phone. Fucking, dude, there's no tickets anymore. My fucking wife has the phone. She's down and I got to go get, all right, just go on in. Bro, that's the easiest way to ever get into these halftime. Yeah, oh, I got to go. And you get in there, just fucking sit down. We going to stop. There's no security even in those stadiums.
One of the
Unless it's the, there's a fucking Taylor Swift, there'd be fucking chaos. But that's my point.
One of the professional disc golfers, his wife is a cheerleader for the Raiders.
Ooh.
And they do a weekly podcast.
Nice.
And not him and his wife, but him and another disc golfer. And he was talking about the Raiders games, saying how like Las Vegas, like we need to go and support your team. Like there's not enough people at the games. And it's like, well, what do you expect? Like there weren't any Raiders fans in Las Vegas, and now just all of a sudden there's supposed to be a bunch of Raiders fans in Las Vegas, and it's fucking Las Vegas. It's like one of the tourist capitals of the world. There's people from all over the world. You'll never have a home team
people
advantage.
People will go see a magic show before they go to a football game.
Yeah, and like you were saying with this home team advantage, it's got to be one of the worst places to play.
Super Bowl's not even going to have home team.
You could hear the roar of the crowd when Green Bay intercepted the ball. They were stoked. I think I hear more cheers for Green Bay. Actually, maybe we should have been paying a little more attention to that, but there hasn't been a whole lot that's happened so far. But
mask. See,
from what I've seen,
with that mask on, they'll let you in.
And what we kind of predicted as well is that it's about a 50-50 split. You might even have more Green Bay fans here than you do Raiders.
But do you think about the cheerleader?
Yeah.
They don't show them anymore in these games. Notice that?
We only got like one or two games, and I think it was that doubleheader night that they were actually showing the cheerleaders. But all of the other games, maybe just a glimpse here and there. But
something. But it's just strange how
we never see like an actual dance like we used to.
No,
you used to see
that'd be the commercial,
especially when it was Dallas playing. Like the Dallas cheerleaders, that was always a big deal to watch them doing their line dance where they're throwing one of their legs up real high.
I'd be curious to ask her how much they get paid because they ain't getting paid big because of NFL. I mean, it's probably whatever. But to have the access, see if you can get some tickets.
Yeah, I mean,
imagine that connection.
I'm sure that's a decent connection for him.
For sure. Yeah, football.
Being a professional athlete in even, I guess, disc golf, and then having a professional cheerleader as your wife, that probably gets you a few places.
I'm sure they get the connections, but you're part of the team, traveling. I mean, hey, I'm sure they got a stipend.
I don't know. I don't actually know, Kev, if the cheerleaders are always have to travel with the team. They might have just an away set and a home set.
Yeah, maybe that.
I wouldn't doubt some of that happens, and maybe it's just some of them.
They have to be like models, hooters.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Some sort of industry.
They probably all have different stuff going on.
They're very athletic, very built. They're very.
Like it used to be, you were just a cheerleader. Now it's like, nope, you are an Instagram model, this, and this, and you happen to be a cheerleader as well.
There's so much into it's almost a profession in itself.
It's almost like they thought they were going to have it easy, and they made it a hell of a lot harder on themselves.
They probably do make a lot of their money off of their, like you said, the cast and the Instagram and all that stuff. But if a lot of those cheerleaders, maybe they're dating a player. In fact, everybody can making money. And I wish I knew a ref. I could be like, hey, I need to know what's going on. Can't tell me. You can or won't? I won't. Okay, I got it. You tell me I can't tell you, I'll be like, you're right. But I fucking want to know. Can't tell you.
Yo.
I mean, what are they sending a referee school for these refs?
I know, right? Like where?
Like where's this? Like they always talk about the schooling. Whoa.
He's like, I can't.
All they
hear
take
you."
is Super Bowl sounds and insert it.
Yeah.
There's no way it's that loud.
No way.
Not a chance, Jack.
No.
But it's a good job they do on NFL to amplify. It's like watching a movie, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You got that big fucking scene and everybody's fucking
Right,
going
because it's
crazy.
like subconscious. It just makes increases my blood pressure basically if a whole bunch of
It's
people
that
are cheering.
adrenaline. It's in a stadium, it's 10 times worse.
Yeah.
A Vikings place, I wouldn't be found in that stadium because those people are. Whoa, there you go.
Wow. I think we got a flag though. Maybe not.
Wow.
So there's a lot of Green Bay fans in the crowd. Like, they have no problem picking out different Green Bay fans every time. Raiders
It's funny when they
interception,
do it at the
though. Dang it.
Cowboys game last night. They were showing all the fans at the Cowboys game when the Cowboys were fucking get beat, whatever, 48-7 or whatever that score was. It was bad. The Niners are for real.
Yeah, they
Bro.
are.
You picked them you said the Niners come, because I said you're right, because that's close to Vegas, and that's where the Super Bowl.
Yeah. They're a good team this year. I mean, they should have had it last year, but yeah, again, when your first two-string quarterbacks go out
Yeah, in the fucking
in the
playoffs.
first quarter, it's
In the
like,
first
what
quarter,
the
yeah, it was
fuck
the
are
first
you gonna
quarter, and
do?
the game was over.
Yeah, it was. It was like it never even was a game at
And
all.
that's why I think the script was, hey, you can't fucking script injuries, but you sure as shit can. But if that happens, you got to come up with another plan. We're going to give it to him next year after the fucking Kelsey brothers play each other. Now next year it's going to be we got to have Bosa's. I don't know if they both, I don't know which one plays on which team, but I know the Rams or the Chargers, I think. But the Niners are definitely going to play an impact. I just don't see any other way. What other team going to do? They going to want?
No,
You
me
ain't going to have the
neither.
Oakland Raiders in the in the Vegas stadium as the host team. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Man, I don't want tonight to be the night I lose.
Well,
I don't want that to
but
happen.
you know, but
I'm having to like imagine a world where I'm not a winner anymore, and
goes what? Because they're open. You'll feel like a winner for about 10 seconds.
yeah, I'll be able to. Even if I win, the good feeling only lasts for a week. I only get to gloat on it for a week, you know. Then it's back to the stressful grind. That's all right. They're only up by 4. Even there's a lot of game left here. A lot of game left. Not really a lot. I think there's only about 10 minutes left in the fourth.
It seems like it's still a lot.
9
of time.
minutes. 9
That's
minutes,
still-
11 seconds.
Think about that. If they
That's-
went 4 and out in the next 9 minutes, that would be.
We
4,
could
8,
easily
12,
see 2
1, 2.
touchdowns each
That
here.
would be like 8, whatever, possession changes. But that unlikely would not happen. So you need to stop here.
Dude, we could see a 2023 game is kind of what I'm thinking it's going to be.
It's kind of the numbers that they had matched up for that over. 45 is always a strange number. I don't like that number. Like 45, it's just halfway to 90.
45 is a fucked number, dude.
I saw the 42 and a half.
When I saw the numbers, I was like, fuck this game. They're doing it again. It's a fucking coin flip. Anybody who can just flip a coin here can maybe hit a trifecta.
Maybe.
It's like, just flip a couple coins. Which team is going to win, and is the over or under going to hit? You have a pretty damn good chance of getting a trifecta.
That easy, huh? Holy shit, well, fuck.
Maybe we should have done that in addition. And we could record that statistic as well. That actually might be a good one. We'd have to be all scientific about it. Like, how do we place the dice in the container that we're dumping it from every time? So it's, you know,
Ooh, that's good for you right there.
we cut down on.
Yeah,
Oh, and
touchdown.
it's fourth down
You
here
need,
too.
what you
So
need to happen is
that's a little turnover.
is a touchdown or a field goal to tie it. But their ultimate plan is to have it to be 2017 would be your
2017 or
Yep.
23-20. That's
23-20.
anything like
Overtime.
that works.
Overtime.
OT is gonna
field goal.
watch it be 2020. OT goes to 23-20. And then it's over.
40. That'd be under though. As long as the Raiders were ahead. Or
Yeah.
Packers would be ahead.
As long as the pack, yep. OT would be good for you though, for your over.
20 I need 6. I don't know.
It's
I hope
man, it's possible any way you look at it here.
I hope for your sake that Packers get they're getting it back here. Okay, good. I'll make sure the flag wasn't getting you know how they do that and automatically it's a first down somehow.
Oh my God, he was close to blocking that. Fair catch at the 16-17.
Fair catch.
They're gonna have some work to do here.
That stadium. Oh, that's that globe thing. That's pretty cool that they put in Vegas there.
Oh
That's for real. That's a real thing. It's fucking cool.
no, I actually know the guys.
It's called the Sphere.
I know the
The
guys.
Las Vegas Sphere.
doing the testing
I
and
saw it getting
balancing on
built
that.
5 years ago when I was there. I was like, holy shit, that thing is going to be a Sphere. The guy in the Uber's like, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. And there it is.
I've seen that thing on Blueprints, basically, where like all of the equipment in it for like air conditioning and heating and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
what's that
No,
all
I've actually I talked to the guy who's in charge of yeah, like one of the, not the engineer, but the guys who are in charge of doing the commissioning and the test and balancing.
Damn, I'd love to know the inside of that thing.
Dude, it's
many-
it's great to get to when you get to talk to those guys because they're the one they know like all these new buildings. They're like Amazon is building these fucking crazy facilities. So it's like they're asking us, how do we build these projects like in your system? What's the best way for us to do this? And sometimes they don't have to ask us, but a lot of times with these big like when they're building a casino or a hotel down like the Fontainebleau Hotel down in Vegas there, that has to be like in a project. All of that stuff has to be documented, tested, balanced, signed off on before people can go in there. So it's like that whole process is really, really interesting.
What if that thing failed? Like, what do they have that in mind? What's their contingency plan? That's what I always want to know. What's a contingency plan if this goes bad? Well, you don't have a contingency. Well, you're fucked.
You'd be real interesting or surprised to find some interesting things.
Earthquake comes along and rips half of Vegas in half. What the fuck you gonna do now?
At the amount of things that they don't have a backup plan for.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God! Can you imagine just the trial and error that they gotta go through?
Well, they're setting it up perfectly to just turn the grid off and people turn the grid and the water off. That's the first thing they do.
Well, they were
turn the
talking-
water
they
and the
said
power
that-
off.
And then this whole
Then you're fucked.
gotta run
And
out
it's not coming back on. Like, so what would people do? They would hustle to the gas stations and the grocery stores. They would clean them out of all the water and the food. All that stuff would be gone within days. And then you'd have a fucking free-for-all.
then you would have people just going.
And then people will be
dying.
dying of dysentery within
Oh.
2 weeks because where are they going to shit and piss?
But then they can fight. You got to get. No, they're gonna be looking for the people that. Where can I go for a resource, motherfucking cat?
Exactly.
There'll be people fucking. I'll be off the grid. I'm gone. I'm going with a bunch of. I'm going hiding. It's like how they how you tell somebody that's good in sales. I remember this. They questioned. Hey, I was going to go into sales for something, and you got to like. They said, okay, well, how, no, it was like sales and how to. The question was this: if you're on a ship and your wife and your kids are on the ship or on the boat and they're overboard and there's sharks swimming around, do you jump in and save them? What do you do? Of course I'm going to save them. That's my family. Bullshit, you save yourself. It's the only thing you do. It's like sales. You fucking you sell yourself, save yourself. That's the mentality of that. But you know what, though?
Yeah.
People are like, well, that's just being greedy. No, fuck that. Some an analogy like that.
Yeah.
They want to see how you would, are emotions going to take over the situation? Or are you going to be like, hey, I got to take care of me? Like, I got to fucking take care of me. There's only, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
You got to go to the fucking moon. You got to send 2 of your fucking kids.
Always interesting questions to be like, let's set up this scenario and see what you would choose. It's like, well, it's nice for you to be able to set up that scenario.
And they want to tell if you're fucking, they want to know you. And I was like, that's interesting. That is interesting. Because a lot of people you got to save yourself before you can save everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have you have a natural instinct to save yourself because you can't save anybody else unless you're okay.
But that was just like how they imply psychology in certain just fucking job questionnaires, Like, those are job questionnaires. I was like, we want to see how loyal you are to the company. Would you save yourself or the company? Whew. Who would you save yourself? Who would you save the company, or are you going to save, no, I got to save the company.
Right.
Fucking, like, that's right. But they want to know in the leadership role, are you going to save yourself, or are you going to go after the bosses? Like, that's the psychology behind people. It is afraid to say it, or you just got to say it this way, or you're fucked.
Yep.
It's strange.
Oh, I learned that big time. Coming into any company, like for a security role, it's like right away. The rest of the administration is like, oh shit, because they know that they're gonna be held accountable for all the shit they're doing wrong. Yeah. And
shit gonna roll downhill.
Exactly.
Real fast, and when it gets down, they're gonna fucking cut somebody out.
Yeah.
We're gonna eliminate the glitch.
Right. Right? And they're going to eliminate whoever's going to expose them.
Exactly. That's the problem with especially the government sectors, all that stuff. There's just like, even corporate. Come on, cutthroat business of that. Government sector's it's tougher to like, you ain't going straight. You ain't going above somebody. What are you going to do? You're going to go above that person? Get fucked.
All right.
But if you have other people that are like, yeah, fuck that guy, now you've got a whole other fucking platform to deal with. And then they're like, you're either with us or you're against us. Now you don't know who to trust at that point.
Right.
You're like, oh my God, everybody for themselves.
I can't. Fuck these.
We got a fucking review board coming up. We got 100. We're getting rid of 30. And we looking around. We know what 30. Everybody thinking they know what. No. Then it's like go time. And then that's what comes, who do you know in life? It's not what you know, fucking who you know. That's how you get to fucking things in life.
It's a who you know and
what you know.
How.
It's what you learn from mistakes and what you learn from others. That's what you know. It's fucking, that's how.
To make it in that stupid corporate world, it's like how willing to lie and step on other people you are.
Fucking A.
It's so unfortunate that's the way because it's like you when you grow up and you realize that it's like none of these businesses, very few of them are actually run the way that they should be, and then employees are treated the way that they should be. It's like, oh shit, like what happens to most people out of self-preservation, they fit the mold. And they become what that company is just looking for, and in that way, that company owns them. And they think the company thinks, why not? I'm paying you, like I own you. Basically, you're there. I mean, that's kind of corporate mentality for you, but
that's how it is, bro. And it's sad.
Yeah, a lot of these youth are coming up and they're thinking, oh, well, it's just the person who's going to go out there and get straight A's and do the hard work and this and that and earn it. And it's like, no, that kid that scraped by and cheated his way through high school and stepped on you at every point that they could, yeah, they're the one that's going to get the job. And you're going to be working for them because they're willing to be a bad person. Anyway.
Corruption and
Yeah, fuck that corporate world can be real nasty. I've
especially in a fucking state that's right to work. You're
Oh
fucked.
God, yeah, you don't have any right to work
piss off
there
the
at
wrong
all.
person, you're done, dude.
Yep, Dunsky.
You're fucking done. Oh my gosh.
I think I'm about done. Like my pick is here. I think the Raiders are just gonna get all over that. It's looking like I'm going 1-2 tonight, Kev.
Cover the under. Look at that city, bro. Made of money. Made of corporate fucking money.
The problem is,
I don't think the Raiders.
The Raiders.
How many timeouts are left? 3 for Green Bay.
They need at least a field goal here to really like kind of not seal it for them, but just to make it even. If they can score a touchdown, that would put this game out of reach.
Pretty much. They need a turnover here. That's their only hope. But they got 2-minute warning, 2 timeouts. I don't know. They need to stop it with at least 2 minutes left. That's a lot of time.
I think I'm good on the under though.
Well, it looks pretty solid. Yeah, 39. Or I'm sorry, 30.
We could see Green Bay squeak something by here too, so we'll see what happens. But
looks pretty solid. Not just the under. Look at Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had a feeling on the Raiders too, but this was such a damn toss-up. It was
like I said, it's this.
Some of the stuff that I was gonna base this pick on, Kev, you would have been like, "What? No." like just tapping the window twice, and the Raiders were the second one in the list, and like, come on, no, that's.
See, they could stop them here.
I think really what the reality of this is you can experience as much synchronicity as you can experience, but when it really comes down to it, experiencing synchronicity is still a matter of reading those signs correctly, and nobody reads them correctly every fucking time. It's not how it works. It's like a learning process. Sometimes you get signs and you fucking miss it. Like you get the sign, but you miss the actual message. You're like, oh, that's what that meant. Later on, you're like, you don't figure it out right away. So the nature of using synchronicity to pick sporting bets, like, sure, I've done it to a high percentage, but the reality of that maintaining.
You can just throw excuses. It's all good, man.
I know I could, right?
Well, you gotta see how it ends. You can't just be like,
Well, I know, but I'm trying to be realistic about it because in fact, I think, there's just no way.
I know.
Because that is my only attempt. That's my best attempt, not my only attempt. It's my best attempt at acquiring the script, Kev, without having to acquire the script.
I know. Easy way.
Yeah. Like you were saying, if I could just have the script, what would I do with it?
What am I going to bet?
If all
until nobody has any more money?
Exactly. If
Find
all
the
I had to
script.
do was
Fuck,
stick my finger out and be like, wind, blow left, if
Sure.
then it wouldn't be a journey at that point.
Yeah.
So.
But it is a journey. You got to have the.
Yeah, we'll see.
But you got the under. That's good.
So far, 2 minutes.
Look at him.
15 seconds left.
A lot of them coaches wearing them visor hats. Notice that?
Yeah.
It must be a new trend. College football is like
What
that.
is with that?
The Georgia coach wears a visor.
Huh. What fault? Oh, jeez.
Fuck, man. They set these Monday night games up hoping the Packers would have been fucking 3-0 and the Raiders would have been 3-0. But Jesus.
This was one of those fucking situations again where it's like the Raiders are 1-3. Like, do they really want them to be 1-4?
You know how
maybe 1-5. It's like they probably want to throw them a bone here.
But you got to look at the other way. if Aaron Rodgers was still with the Packers, this fucking stadium would have been sold out.
That's true.
One person can make an influence on that, but then again, that's the difference. Like, dude, nobody wants the game to watch. I don't know, Jordan Love. I guess until they get a Super Bowl, nobody gonna know some of them main play unless you're a fantasy player. You follow. I don't know how, a lot of these quarterbacks, except like Lamar Jackson, just because he's fucking just a
Even if I was going
guy
off,
got always in the news for a while, and then okay, Baltimore Ravens, good, they good team, but the Rodgers, when he left Green Bay, it kind of shifted. But Green Bay Packers still, their fans are such loyal because it's owned by the public and it's a small city.
yeah,
That's Packers city. They have no other hope. That's why the Packers always seem to be in the playoffs. They got to give the city life hope. And
that's right. That's right.
for being the smallest city based off of the people, it's like it's like the sixth in the world for like grossing for. Like, their tickets are 50 years sold out. Like, you got to, for season tickets to those things.
Okay, that was a weird commercial.
They're only going to get worse come Super Bowl. Haven't seen a Taylor Swift one, though. So I told you, she disappeared.
Yeah, they
gone.
definitely
Not one Taylor Swift
they
commercial.
drop her like she's hot. When she shows up, it's like they want that fire to burn.
That's telling you, man.
But then when she's gone, they want it cold as hell.
That's just how. And she's part of all of it. Probably wrote the whole damn thing.
Isn't that kind of like I feel like we're reading one of those, like, how to tell if your partner is a narcissist. And it's like when they're gone, you feel cold and lonely, but when they're with you, you feel like the center of the world, type of thing.
For sure. And
that's like the Taylor Swift.
He doinked it, bro.
In a nutshell. Wait, that was a Raiders kick?
Yeah, they kicked it from the
4-yard
line.
Shit, he didn't even make it. No, it's great for the under. Thanks,
this is
bud.
great for you. This gives you a chance to get back.
Yeah, it's great for the under, but they're gonna need a touchdown here.
Well, then what do you want? They got 2 minutes with 2 timeouts.
They better fucking do it.
Look at that shit.
They better fucking do it.
Hit the goalpost. God, boink.
Dude, if
Chris
that's
Angel. That was a Chris Angel kick.
if that
Chris Angel fucking was controlling that ball from the Luxor.
if Green Bay wins this game, Kev, the thumbnail's gonna be doinkage.
Look at that. Go.
Doinkage
Got
for
plenty of time.
trifecta. Something about
Yeah,
that.
doink it. That fucking 17, 18, 20. That could have still been but you could have went out right here.
Could win out.
That would have been a
Yeah,
tie.
that's what I want.
Hit the field goal.
Let's go 3-0. Come on, Green Bay.
20. But
I don't know.
This is the type of scenario that they can really make either two things: not a flags, or they let the Raiders somehow.
Yeah.
I feel a touchdown coming for you, bro.
I don't know. I don't like the look in either the Raiders coach's eyes
Like
or
he was
the
supposed
Green
to make
Bay.
that field goal or something, right?
Like I don't know. He kind of looked like, yeah, I missed that, but we're gonna win anyway. And the Green Bay quarterback kind of looked like, I don't know.
We got to play this one out.
I don't know
fellas.
what I'm
That's
gonna
how they
do
say
here.
it. He's like, fellas, the script changed. We got to fucking do something here.
Yeah, like I gotta turn my Brett Favre on. Yep, official review. Okay, see if it was out of bounds. Oh, yeah, the ball was out there.
That should be a first down.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. If it's about the ball, then the ball is out there.
It looked like some Madden shit. That looks like
Yeah, it does look like
2020
Madden,
fucking
doesn't
bro.
it? You're so right.
That fucking looks so real, like Madden.
It did.
When they official review on Madden, it's like, what the fuck? How detailed can they get? It's fucking scary how
Dude.
detailed that shit is.
That really. I haven't like
Why
played.
is that guy looking at such a small TV when there's one fucking 40 yards wide up on the top of the fucking... Why are they doing that? How close do you want to view?
And how come it's like
Can't see it from the... You
maybe
can't
for
see
the
it on
glare?
that TV on the where everybody else is looking at in the stadium. Those TVs are 40 yards long.
Yeah, why don't they have a big screen on the sideline for the fucking
Yeah,
refs?
you gotta look in a small ass TV that nobody else can see.
Yeah, why is it that?
Why?
And how come they there?
Dude,
This is the view
that's the
that
same
we
TVs
need.
they used back in the day.
We need the
Now
sideline view.
they should be using like maybe they're on a network or something.
They keep giving us the wrong angle here. Like, we can see that it made forward progress, but we need to know when it crossed the line out of bounds. In advance to the line of gain? Okay.
New rules. They come out every week.
Look
Like
at
I
all
said,
the
that guy in the
cheese
TV is like,
fans.
let's just create this one. Because really, how small are those TVs? How high def can they get? I'll never understand that one.
Pretty dang high def. Should be able to.
Strange.
All right.
Turnover, the game is over.
Hut,
Touchdown,
hut,
you
hike.
win. You got one or the other, bro. Last time out.
Down to the 40 something yard line or 39? No, okay, yeah,
40.
38. Second and 2. Say shotgun hurt. Don't get sacked, dude. Wow. Dude, I feel like I'm watching a WWE match and like I just don't know what's going to happen right yet.
You know what's going to happen? Flag going to be thrown. First down at the goal.
Somebody's going to
Like
come in and
pass
ruin it.
interference. Half the distance to the goal. Some flag.
It's like clockwork in every WWE match, almost every one.
But
It's
they're
like,
on a time schedule on WWE.
we have an extra guest here.
And more chairs.
Okay, there's the first down. He's on the 34-yard line. Why are they taking a timeout, Kev? Stop that clock. They don't need to yet, or what?
I don't. You think? Well, fuck, that would have been good.
God, how do you not catch that, dude?
I don't know. The timeout, you gotta. I don't know how to. I see that time. I don't know how I'd time management that. Boy, that would have been big play there for you. You get down to that range, you can touchdown. That's a 10-yard difference. So.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know how he dropped that. That one hit him right in the numbers. Oh my God, another dropped pass. This ain't looking good.
Got 2 more shots.
He's just like, he knows what he's doing already. Covers his ears, gets the message through the helmet. Oh no. NFL's not rigged, bro, at all. Come on. The fact that they have a fucking, both a microphone and headphones in their helmet? Come on, dude.
That's, never was like that. Changed everything.
You know, and you notice how they never really said anything about it? Like, still to this day, it's like
Well,
this
this is good for you here. If
intercepted
it's
in
one
the
or the
end
other,
zone.
bro.
What's that?
There's interception.
Pass
touchdown.
interference, though? Jeez.
Maybe it'll be a late flag if the game's supposed to be the Packers. We'll see here. Never know. It's been crazier things that happen.
That looks like that's it. All right, 1-2.
Damn. Just had really hope there. I was like, here you go. Here we
Yeah.
go. Here comes your touchdown, bro. Interception or TD.
He underthrew him.
Yeah. Oh, it was right. Oh, man, that would have been good for you. Wow. How'd that not fall out and land it? Damn.
Yeah. Well, there it is. There's the end of the short streak. Damn it.
1-2.
All right, 16-6. That's still pretty good.
There you go. At least you got one. You want to have 0-3.
Yeah. I guess I should
Still
have
about
went with the
7.
very first thing. I just kind of went against the very first thing that my gut told me. Because I was like, nah, Raiders aren't going to win. But I didn't really think they were going to push them to 1-4 either.
Yeah, strange NFL. Now look at those standings. A lot of 2 and 3s out there. Holy
Yeah.
hell. This is going to be a strange season, bro. Like I said, wait till the end. We don't know what will happen. Damn.
Yeah, should have seen that coming maybe. Well,
Yeah. Well, it's been fun, y'all.
yep, better luck next time.
Better luck next time. They
My
say.
ego's crushed.
Just like the casino. Come back again.
No, interesting game though. It's just
Very.
like it's everything we've seen already.
And
Nothing was different in this game.
Just missing Taylor.
Yeah, same scripts, missing Taylor.
But she'll be back. She will be back.
She'll be back, as will we next time.
Go to Discord. Get the next pick. Ready to roll.
Latest, y'all.
Peace.